What's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday, man. Let's go, y'all. Give a little vibe in that. One more time. Let's do it again. There we go. Listen, man, so we had a lot of things happen this week. And before we get into tonight's message, before we get to talking about stocks, I want to just tell y'all welcome. Right, so all my new people that's here in the trap, man, we got a seat at the table for you. You know, we pride ourselves in eating as a family. And so one of my descriptions of apex predators, but who eat as a family, is the wild dogs. And I know we went over this before, and I've talked about this before. Because as I was doing, like, breaking stuff down with E.T. and Jose, I don't want to make like I came up with this concept, but what happened is when I got the concept, I dug deeper in it. So E.T. said, like, yo, the wild dogs are the most successful dog hunters in the game. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Because just like a lot of us, we all thought it was the lion. But I realized something in that. So I'm in a text with E.T., I'm in a text with Jose, and what I started doing was I started sending them stats immediately. I started sending stats, like, here's why they are the most successful. And OG was like, ooh, you just helped me out, Trap. But what I realized about why they are so successful is because the lion actually runs male cubs away. Yeah. So what happens is the female is the hunter, is the gatherer, and the male represents the protector. And if things get a little too hard, what the male does is move out the way. This is where I step. It's balance. It's balance. So when they go hunt, he really be right there with him. And I saw this, Jose, when I went to Kenya. I was able to see a real live hunt in real time. And when we look at it on TV, we think it happens fast, because what TV does is they put everything in this 1 hour time frame. But in real time, it may take 3 or 4 hours for that to happen. Sometimes 6 and 7 hours. Because in order to hunt, you gotta be patient. In order to hunt, you gotta make sure you give right instructions to the team. In order to hunt, everybody gotta know their place and positioning. So I see the female lions, the lionesses, I see them taking position about 25, 30 yards away from each other. But they moving tactical, Jose. Like they moving like inches at a time. So we in the car, we in the SUV thing or whatever it's called, and he like, hey, y'all gotta be quiet because we don't wanna interfere with nature. And in my mind, what I said to me, myself was, the noise is what's interrupting your hunt. The noise is what's interrupting your hunt. Because when you hit a noise, you move. You get out of position. And what happens is, when you get out of position, you actually affect the tribe. I want us to say that again. I want us to hear that again. I want us to feel that again. Positioning is essential for a successful hunt. When you let the noise distract you, it takes you out of position, and it allows the objective to get out the way. So one wrong whisper, one wrong ring on the phone allows the gazelle or the antelope to hear. And immediately we got to abort the mission. But what I learned about the wild dog is they don't care about positioning because they are not chasing the hunt. They are pursuing the hunt. There's a difference. So the lion is always chasing. It has to. And then it can only move, watch this, it can only chase in about 30 to 40 meter increments. So that means in order for the lion to kill, everything has to work right. Because it can only chase in small increments at a time. So that's why everybody got to get together. So everybody got to get together. Everybody got to be positioned so that when I run out of gas, you got me. When you run out of gas, you got me. When you run out of gas, but here's the thing about that. What happens when the thing that you are chasing is good at running away and everybody run out of gas? Now we talking about generational starvation. We talking about I done ran out of, okay, let's make it real. Your mama got tired of hunting for prosperity, so she got tired, so she told you it's a job, and her mama got tired of it, so everybody ran, the great-grandmother got tired of it, the grandfather, so you ain't never seen nobody consistently chase the thing and capture it because everybody ran out of gas. And so now your experience that you are leaning on is this thing called wealth is out of my reach because I don't got enough gas. But when I looked at the wild dog, the one thing I realized is, so the lion is arrogant. Because the lion says that I'm the only man in town. The lion is arrogant. I don't want no other lions around me because you threaten my position. I don't want another lion around me because you threaten my position. Okay, so men, we don't like other alpha men around us because we may feel like they threatening your position instead of saying you can also help me because where two or three are gathered, okay. I was reading something, I was listening to my OG the other day, and he talked about the Clydesdale horse. Right, and he said one Clydesdale can move mature, it can move 8,000 pounds. But two Clydesdales together can move 30,000 pounds, not double. So you would think, okay, 1 and 2, okay, you move 8, I move 8, we get 16. But what happens is when you get two healthy Clydesdales together, they move 30,000. I said, ooh. But here's the homework though. Watch this. I dug a little deeper. And here's what I found. I'm the person, when I get the information, I know that the person who gave me the information ain't dig deep as I'ma dig. So here's what I read. Two of them together that have been together a year or more can go from 30,000 to 45,000. So that means we've built a camaraderie. We both understand our individual, but we understand as a collective, we unstoppable. We unstoppable. So I want to do something tonight, Jose. Tonight I want to talk about the bridge to prosperity, Jose. And that bridge to prosperity cannot be done alone. It cannot be done alone. And it brings me to this scripture. It's like Proverbs 22:7 where it says, the rich rule over the poor and the borrower is a slave to the lender, Jose. And why does that come to mind? Because tonight we're gonna talk about America paying 3% on the federal national debt, which is equivalent to just the interest on that is almost $3 billion a day, which is almost 290 something billion dollars in a year. And we're going to talk about that because if America doing that and the stock market is doing one thing, but we're going to talk about how jobs right now is at an all-time low and gold is going through the roof and housing prices is going through the roof. So that means while the stock market is going one way, the way we living is going another way, and the consumer confidence index is the lowest it's ever been in 3 years. That means something going on and we got to pay attention to it. So today, Jose, we got to talk about the bridge to prosperity, because even though the recession and the hardships of society is felt by the lower class and the middle class, there's a class of people that's prosperous during these situations. And what we got to understand is, how do we bridge to prosperity? And it also makes me realize, Jose, that for a long time we've been on the wrong side of the well game. We've been check the check. We've been 2 checks ahead of everybody and we think we okay. I'm able to pay my credit card balances off, so I'm okay. I'd rather get entertained than educated, but I'm okay. I got a good job, so I can take these unnecessary vacations. I can buy these unnecessary things, so I'm okay. We've been okay with having more liabilities in our closet and in our driveway than assets in our portfolio. So we got to change some things around. Like, we got to change to having those elite portfolios. We got to change so that no matter what happens in America, no matter who, we ain't affected. God and money. So I want to go somewhere. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, remember the Lord your God gives you the ability to produce wealth. Just want to go right there for a second, Jose. I want to go there for a second. Like, I'm not. See, because I realized when I was talking to Kansas City and I gave them the wealth blueprint, at the bottom as the foundation, I had God. And the reason why I had God at the bottom, Jose, was because I understood that that's who give me the ability to produce wealth. And for the longest, we think it's us. I'm a hustler. I'm going to get it done. I'm on my own. I got a fire business plan. I got good credit. I got an abundance of money. But this ain't my money. This ain't my money. This ain't my money. This ain't my money. Because while all these things are resources, the stock market is a resource, the credit card is a resource. Okay, let me go. The stock market is a resource to build wealth. The credit card is a resource to leverage. The bank is a resource to leverage. The cash is a resource to do certain things. But God is the source. And it tells us, Jose, it tells us that He gives us the ability. What is ability, Jose? Ability, able to. How do you become able? I become able when my thoughts are not your thoughts. I become able when He tells me I got plans for you to prosper. Okay, watch this. Psalms 37 says that the Lord makes firm steps for those who light in him. I'm not trying to be a pastor here because I'm fresh in the word, but what I'm understanding is there's principles to life and there's principles to wealth. And if we lay up there and stick to the principles, we can't be broke. If we just fall in line with the principles, if we just understand what the foundation is, we don't even really got nothing to worry about. Our biggest problem, Jose, is we want to bridge the gap ourselves when we ain't the one that made the gap. We ain't the one that made the gap. Watch this, Jose. The gap is necessary so that we can, oh my God, okay, watch this, Jose. The gap is necessary so that we can gravitate to him to get the instructions. My dog Tobe in the building. I got in, I got out. The gap is necessary so that we can gravitate to him so that we can get instructions. You know why? Because here's what he told us. Lean not on thy own understanding. Our biggest problem in life right now, the reason why we broke, the reason why we can't get correction, the reason why we feel like I'm taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back is because you leaning on what you know. But what happens when the experiences that you've experienced ain't, okay, let me slow down right here. Hear me, Jose, hear me. Jose, what happens when the past experiences are not sufficient for future prosperity positioning? Jose, we are leaning on our own understanding. And what we not realizing is, let me tell you a secret, Jose, we don't know enough. Them experiences that we've been through do us more harm than good. Because in situations that we need experience and in situations that we need tools, when we don't got the tools, we go back to past experiences, not realizing them experiences is the reason why we not making progress. Jose, how am I build wealth if I ain't never been there? Okay, and here's the worst thing that can happen to us. The worst thing that can happen to us is we thug our way through it and get it right. Jose, the worst thing that can happen to us is we thug our way through it and we get it right. The reason why that's the worst thing that can happen to us is success builds arrogance. I don't need nobody. I could do it on my own. I did it this far by myself. I got my own back. I did it by myself. But we ain't realizing what Deuteronomy 8:18 said was, remember, the Lord our God gives us the ability to produce wealth. So if God gives us the ability to produce wealth, how the hell we be so poor? Because we leaning on our own. Now, of course, there's so many lessons in the failures, but watch this. How many times have you seen somebody keep doing the same thing over and over and over again? Because they not learning from the lesson. And the reason why you not learning from the lesson is because you keep leaning, I'm going to keep saying it, on you telling yourself, watch this, this is what I did wrong. You ain't never once went to another thing he told us in the book. Every good man and woman should have wise counsel. we ain't got no wise counsel. So here we go again. We trying to bridge the gap. We ain't create the gap. The gap is designed to bring us closer. Jose, I remember I used to be playing Mario Brothers, right? And on Mario Brothers, this early, 92, 93, right? So there's this thing on Mario Brothers, Jose, where there was like these bricks, and it had the little thing you can punch, right? The little gold question mark you can punch. And every time you try to jump from one thing to another, you couldn't jump there if you was a small Mario because you wasn't equipped. You was small. So you needed to get another source. You needed another source. And what happened is when you hit the thing, watch this. It provided a resource that allowed you to grow so that you had jumping power to go from one level to another one. So basically what that's telling us is the old version of you can't get to the next level. You got to get some more resources so you can go further. And sometimes you got to punch through a brick wall. But I remember, Jose, watch this, Jose. I remember a couple times I bypassed the resource and I kept trying to jump as a little Mario. Because watch this, Jose, I was trying to outthink the game. I don't need that. I don't need that I can do it like this. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I keep dying. And here's the thing about Mario, bro. When you die, you got to go back. You don't start right there. You might start 5 paces away. You might start, it depends on how far it depends on if you done collected certain things. So watch this, on the journey, you got to collect certain things. So watch this, Jose. Even when you make a mistake, you can go back to a certain reference point. Like you got to get this. Remember, there are certain parts of Mario when you got to hit the flag. You got to hit the flag. So if you die, you start right back where the flag was. But sometimes we try to bypass that. I don't need that. I'm going to go past that. Right? So when you bypass that, when you die, now you got to go all the way back to the beginning. Jose, a lot of us going all the way back to the beginning because we leaning on our own. We not paying attention. Watch this, Jose. We not paying attention to the clues that the game give us. And the only way we bridge ourselves to prosperity is if we take the clues and we take the resources and we start realizing that the Lord made firm steps for those who delight in him. That's it. That's the key. So tonight, Jose, our message tonight, Jose, as we get into this, our goal is to help everybody watching this make a pivot. Because as you get to certain levels, I want you to understand, that this ain't even much just for you. You doing this for the people that came before you and the people that coming after you. You doing this for the people that came before you because they had vision, they had dreams, they had ideas, but they didn't have the right information. And so what you doing is you're able to say, okay, I saw what the dream was. I saw what the goal was. I saw kind of what the idea was, but now I got the information and I can wrap your dream, goal, idea with my vision, with the information, and now I show the next generation of people what's possible. Because watch this, Jose. Watch this, Jose. Watch this, Jose. Because as a young lion, you saw everybody before you run out of gas. And what you did not see was everybody before you pursue the wealth. They chase the check. You saw everybody before you chase the check, and you run out of gas chasing the check. You run out of gas chasing the check because the only way you know how to chase a check is to get another job, do a quick hustle, take your income tax, try to flip this. I got to turn 1,000 to 10,000. You're going to run out of gas chasing a check. And at some point, you're going to run out of money. And ultimately, you're going to run out of life. And what happens when you're on that deathbed and you look back at your life and all you said I did was smoke hookah, travel, have some turn-ups, but I ain't leave no legacy. I ain't leave no legacy. My family ain't get no better since I've been here. I've been here for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, and my imprint is only, we had fun. I had a good time. He made me laugh. She could cook. I'ma miss that etouffee. I'ma miss that potato salad. When I go, Jose, I want them to say, yo, freedom was introduced because of him. Last name, asset, because of him. But also, my relationship with God got closer because of him. I got nowhere to go get the instructions from. He gave me these verses because the word don't change, Jose. From everlasting to everlasting, Jose, the word don't change. It's been the word. It is the word. It's going to be the word. We got to evolve with the word. So tonight, Trappin Tuesday, Jose, episode 111, we want to talk about bridging the gap to prosperity. Man, it's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Let's get to it, man. How we feeling tonight, Jose? Thank you, baby. Woo! Woo! Let's get to it. Hey, my dog Tobe was on, dog. My dog Tobe came on, dog. My nigga. So, we're gonna let that simmer for a second, Jose. We just talked to him tonight for a second. We're gonna let that simmer for a second, Jose. Yeah, you gotta let it simmer. You gotta let it simmer. You can't just go straight into like teaching.
I want to know, and the people want to know.
You want to know, and the people want to know what?
I want to know where that come from. You know what I'm saying?
Say, bro, I just been. So here's what I learned, Jose. I was talking to Eve, maybe. I always reflect on. So hold up, we got some super chats came in. Thank y'all for the super chats. I can't see the names, but thank y'all for the super chats, man. We love y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? Let's shout out to our people. Six Hustles, I see you. Shout out to the Aura. Shout out to Javante. Shout out to Eddie, Michael, Goddess. Shout out to Goddess. She go crazy. Michael, T Amped Up, Malia. Shout out to the whole family, man. But Jose, you asked me where did this come from? So, bro, I really been in this. Dancing Diamonds was up. I really been in this space, right? I've been in this space where I've been just doing a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of work, bro. And I was talking to you earlier about something, without going too deep into it. It was when you doing the work, you become equipped. But what happens is I've been a certain way for maybe 30, I'm 42, so maybe I'll say about 33, 34 years of my life. I've been operating from a certain space, a certain, philosophy, ideology about life. And, as I do the work now, you realize that, okay, I've been in therapy for a year. I've always had a relationship with God, but it was on and off. Sometimes you You in it, and then sometimes life just start life, and you don't do it intentionally. You just get so caught up in the whirlwind.
Man, I was reading the Bible like a side chick.
And you leading with your own, like, yo, that is so powerful. Like that bar right there, lean not on our own understanding. Bro, that is so powerful, bro. Like every day I tell myself that, like, hey, bro, this you. This a God thought or this is a flesh thought? Like, what is it? And so I had a situation the other day where I emotionally got in a space, but I still didn't have the tools for it. And because I didn't have the tools for it, I went back to what I knew, which is protection. But what is also, I'm reading the book, The Bait of Satan, and it talks about offense and the many different forms that it. Shout out to Megan Ashley, because she gave me that. She put me on this book like maybe 6-7 months ago, and I just been devouring it, bro. But it was crazy. This time, as I'm reading it, I've been writing. And I know something about me, yo. Like when I'm listening to something I read, if I don't write it, I'm not intaking the information. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm having the aha moments, but I'm not writing it. So as I started writing it, it started just coming to me more. So I'm in this situation, man, and I'm like, dang, like, and the one thing about me and myself is real talk is like, when I know I done messed up, I'll take full accountability.
That's good. That's good.
And so I had to like say, damn, like I messed up. And I felt bad because I had been making so much progress. I had been making so much progress, dog. But I realized in that space, emotional vulnerability comes with expectations for me.
You about to start cooking.
No. I'm not gonna go too far.
No.
I'm not gonna go far.
I can hear too.
No.
Play the chords.
Because I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
Right? And I can only teach from when I figured it out.
Okay. All right.
Right? So emotional vulnerability, emotional vulnerability leaves me where I feel like I have to have an expectation. And when that expectation, when I'm emotionally vulnerable, doesn't get met, the way that I know how to respond is from protecting myself. And protecting myself, the next thing to do is I gotta pull that dagger out. I gotta pull it out because now, watch this, Jose, I'm offended. I'm offended. And because I'm offended, now the next way I know how to protect myself is to do something that I don't really want to do, but I'm doing it because I'm in protection mode, and that is, man, I ain't doing none of this. Man,
Y'all ready to back out.
I'm backing out. I'm gone.
I see you do it a couple times.
I'm gone.
I'm straight on that.
I'm good. It is what it is. And that's not really what I want to do. It's not really what I want to do, right? It's not really what I want to do. So when you tell somebody like, yo, I don't have the tools, that's a real thing. Yeah. It's a real thing when you say, bro, I don't have the tools, bro. It's a real, bro, I'm starting to learn this, bro. Like that is a real thing. Yeah. So I call my spiritual big brother. And the worst thing you can do is seek guidance and counsel from people who are still broken or people who are not equipped by God to pour into you. Because people who equipped by God to pour into you gonna go straight to a word. Boom. This how you get equipped. So I go to him and I tell him what happened. And he was like, he said, hey, check this out. I feel you. And when you are in the space, Jose, of shout out to, we got 3,000 people in the chat. Like when you're in a space of learning and evolving, and so I'm doing a few things at one time. I'm learning another version of myself. I am killing an old version of myself because it doesn't serve me in this phase of my life. Not all of it. And I got to learn how to navigate what parts of my old self serve me here and what parts of my old self I have to do away with because it is more detrimental than it is healthy. Okay? Okay? And so I called him and he said something to me. He says, let's just look at it from a new perspective. Right? And the perspective was this. You are emotionally impatient.
That was the one right there.
I said, what?
Could have went home off of that one.
He said, you are emotionally impatient, but here's what I want you to understand. I want you to look at this the same way that you look at the market. And immediately when he says that to me, it's
heavy.
He says, listen, I've watched you navigate the market. He said, I've even watched you give people confidence and equip them with the tools through data that gives them something to fall back on. Mm-hmm. So you're not just giving them theory, you're giving them practical tools that help them navigate uncertain times. He says, so I want to give you some tools. Because he said before, so I tell him like, well, we didn't get to that chapter yet. He said, so he give me the tools. So he gives me 6 Bible verses. And he says, I want you to read them. I want you to feed off the fruit of this word. And I said, okay. And as I read them, I said, I'm ready. Because the minute he told me, I've watched you give people the tools to navigate the market in the form of data, and you've even told them sometimes that they can use your confidence.
Mm-hmm. With a straight face, too.
I said, He said, so here's what I'm going to do. You don't need my confidence. We're going to go to the word, and we're going to give you the confidence of God. Because that's the confidence you need. Because if you believe that he will never forsake you, if you believe that he has plans for you, if you believe that you were created in his image, and if you look at his image and you see it, then you know you good. Do you believe that? I said, I believe that. He said, okay, cool. Here's these 6 verses. And bruh, I read the verses and immediately I said, I got it. So now, here's what I understand. I understand that the enemy doesn't have any new tricks. He takes the same trick, he wraps it up in several different ways. Yep. And the number one trick I learned from the bait of Satan is offense. Yep. When we feel like somebody trying to play on us, we feel somebody trying to disrespect us, we feel like somebody trying to belittle us, we feel like somebody trying to make us feel, dumb. We feel those are that's the offense. And then inside the offense now comes frustration, anger, and all these other things that wrap around that, but it's the same trick wrapped up in different things. So I say, aha! Because I know this is going to be presented to me again. And this time,
you know better than that.
I forgot. I was ready. I was ready. So this time, I have the tools. I got the tools. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, look, we bridging the.
And so that's where I wanted to come from. I wanted to come from a perspective of, bro, like, man, we got so much money to make, bro. We equipped to make so much money in this market, bro, but do we have all the tools that we need? The reason why the wealthy people can stay wealthy is because they keep on getting more and more tools. They have a foundation, whatever that foundation is, right? They have the foundation, and then what happens is they keep on putting new tools inside the tool belt so that every generation is equipped. We talked about it last week with Sam Walton. He was never worth $100 billion, but yet he got 3 people on his family tree that's worth $100 billion. And guess what? That's his 2 sons and daughter. So that means they got some type of direct access to the tool that he had, and they surpassed him. You know why that's so dope? Because that's why we said this early in the message. We said, what we're doing is not just for us, it's for the people that come behind us. Some of us don't want the people behind us to be better than us. We don't want the people behind. Sam said, no. Here's the blueprint. I got to go. Sooner or later, I got to check out. None of us know how long we got. But we do know that time is ticking. Well, I got to roll it, so it's rolling. None of us get to be here for an infinity. Our days are numbered. Some of us get longer than others. Some of us get way longer than others. We all are born with a beginning and an end. So the idea is, how do we navigate the dash? How do we navigate the dash? What are we doing during the vicissitudes of life during that dash? At what point of the dash, like me and Cuz were talking this morning, and Cuz told me, this evening, Cuz said something so dope. He said, Cuz, we got more good days ahead of us than bad, huh? I said, oh, that's good, Cuz. And the reason why is because you get more bad days in the beginning because you don't have data, you don't have information, you don't have tools. So you navigating it on your own. So when you get 42 like me, you're not supposed to have that many more bad days because you done been here a while. You done seen the cycle a few times. You done seen that, you done seen ups, you done seen downs, you done seen the cycle a few times. So now at this point at 42, bro, you gotta know how to navigate. But the problem why we don't know how to navigate is because we ain't never did like Super Mario and just equip ourselves with the tools along the way. The reason why at 42 you have a plethora of more bad days is because all you got is experience and no tools. All you got is experience. And experience alone ain't gonna help you prosper in this life. You need some tools. So at 42, I'm like, okay, it's time to do therapy, family. Because we need more tools. Trap, how you gonna be a husband? How you gonna be a father of some old kids? You can't be the same father you was. I know you got better, but guess what? There's some other things that you gotta equip yourself with because being a single man building wealth is different than being a husband trying to build some wealth. It's different. Takes on a different toll. Takes on a different impact. You gotta lead different. You got to navigate different. You got to make decisions not for just yourself no more. You got to make decisions for a whole group of people. You got to make decisions for a woman. You got to make decisions for these kids. You got to make decisions for this household. So now you got to put that ego to the side. So at trying to be a married man building wealth, you need emotional management. And you need it by yourself, but you definitely need it if you want to be a husband. You definitely need it. And so what we do is, I'm like, Cuz, you 50. I say, Cuz, you 50. Check. I asked him one question. I said, Cuz, answer this question for me. I said, what's your relationship like with God? Cuz said, man, like I be praying. He said, but when life start getting what it do, like, I be on my own. I said, here's the biggest problem, cuz. You only pray to God when life is smooth. I said, you got to give him the same energy when it's good and bad. When it's good, you give him praise. When it's bad, you give him prayer. When it's good, you give him praise. When it's going bad, you give him prayer. And the reason why you give him prayer, because you letting him know, I trust you. My hands in your hands, my feet on your feet. I trust you. I said, here's what I need you to do, cuz. I said, I need you to set that morning routine. I said, in the morning before I get out of bed, the first thing I do, thank you, God. And I give him some words. I said, the next thing I do, I get out of bed, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and then I pray again, because this time I'm up. I just got to give him a thank you before I get out of the bed, because if I start praying, then I'm going to go back to sleep. You know, the eyes closed, look. Before you know it, you back. You back.
With the quick.
Right? So I just want to give him a quick thank you. Thank you, God. I love you. I appreciate you. That first piece of L was crispy. That means you still got something for me to do. Favor ain't fair, but it's facts. So I go, yeah, favor ain't fair, but it's facts. So I say, that cuz what I go do is, I go pray, then I get in my word. And then I pray again, because I need the word. Watch this. We understand that God is a spiritual, listen, I'm gonna tell you a question I got asked today though. We understand that God is a spiritual fruit farmer. And so I'm like, God, the fruit of love, the fruit of patience, the fruit of favor, the fruit of kindness, the fruit of self-control, the fruit of forgiveness. I need you to plant the seeds inside me so I can fertilize the seeds with your word, and then you can make it blossom in my life. And then after that, I go work out. So my first hour and something is dedicated to giving Big Homie what he needs. That's before I get in the phone and start scrolling and.
You gotta tithe your day.
I say, cuz, you gotta give him that. I said, if you give him that, that's gonna change how you operate in the day. I said, then in the middle of the day, cuz, go on and drop him a little 1-2. Because if you do it in the morning, by midday, the world done started attacking you and punching at you. So now you need a refresher. You need something to remind you that, oh, Big Homie on my side. And then at the end of the day, you got to give him another 1-2 to let him know you're thankful for getting him through. I say, cuz, them 3 times going to pivot. Now, if you throw a little 1-2 in between all that, that's more fake deposits. All right, we're going to get into our show tonight. But let me say this.
Yeah.
A guy called me today from the mentorship I was in, right? And he called me today and said, hey, Trap. He said, bro, I want to collaborate you on something. I was like, I don't really know about that, bro. You know, I got some other stuff going on. You know, we'll talk about it a little later. And then he said, I want to ask you a question, bro. He said, bro, I've been watching the show, and I watch you when you speak in the rooms. He said, bro, you talk about God a lot. He said, you never did a speaking engagement where you afraid to talk about God because you want them to call you back and you don't know how that's going, if they're going to call you back or not. I said, I'm going to tell you something real, dog. I said, a couple weeks ago, I went and spoke to Kansas City Chiefs. I said, I did something I ain't never did. I prayed before I went in the room. That's what I usually do. But then when I got in the room, I prayed with everybody. I said, you know why? Because that's why I'm at in my life. I said, check this out. If I get a speaking engagement, and they don't call me back because I talked about God, that ain't the room I belong in. And I'm okay, because God ain't gonna never take nothing from me from putting him first. He ain't gonna never say, oh no, Trap, I don't want you to talk about me in this room. He not gonna never do that. He not gonna never do that. He gonna say, oh, you put me in this room? Bad, I got you. They may not want you no more, but guess what? Somebody in that room took that, you planted a seed, and you don't know who they gonna tell. So we don't need you to go back there. I got some more stuff for you to do. If you, listen, the worship ain't for us. The worship is to let him know we acknowledge you. So Cuz was like, man, I'm like, no, Cuz, you gotta acknowledge it. You gotta. And Cuz, it's like he had an epiphany. He said, you know what, Cuz? You're right. I gotta get on. And that's my TED Talk for the day. All right, Jose.
You know I did that on purpose, man.
Man, you always doing
It's
stuff
like a
on
double
purpose.
intro. I know Tootie in the back, man, 55 minutes in, but we good. People needed this.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We got 30-something people in the chat. That's good. I love it. Okay, so Jose, let's start off with our mantra right quick. Let's start off with our mantra. And from our mantra, bro, we got a lot to talk about, dog. We are 1 hour in, Jose. Dang. Dang.
Tuesday church service.
No, man. We not that, bro. We not that.
You can say it, but I mean.
We not that, bro.
Yeah, okay. Bible study, church service.
We not that, dog. We a financial ministry.
We are financial ministry, financial Holy Ghost, all that in here. Got tithes and offerings in the chat. Shout out to everybody with the super chats.
You know why, bro? I'm going to tell you why, Jose, is because I really, I'm not trying to be none other than what I am. Right? And I think, you know what I think, bro? I think that there are people who don't, Tag Bill, there are people who don't mind talking about God in a non-traditional setting. You feel what I'm saying? I think people don't mind, man, I'm coming to get this information. I know Trap gonna bless us with this knowledge about investing and how to navigate the market. But there's also some other tools that Trap gonna equip us with that's non-traditional.
People are tired of tradition.
People are, and I don't want to say tired.
No, I'm tired of tradition.
I'm not gonna say tired. What I am gonna say is, just like in anything in life, everything evolves. Right? So I remember, when we was young, it was the churches where it was hot. You got the fans.
Super fans.
Right? And then you evolve. And then look at how preachers preach now. Right? So you still got them cornerstones, Jakes, and these phenomenal ones. Right? And then you have a new wave of people that's teaching now. They kind of fly. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot going. They fly. But then when you look at gospel now, bro, I be on that gospel rap right now. It be going crazy. I be like, oh, this a vibe. I be like, listen, my dog Tobe, who we gonna talk about tonight, bro, his album is a gospel album. I say, bro, that's a gospel album, dog. But he got songs in there I was in the shower listening.
Let it clean. I mean, we're an hour in.
My niggas need healing. That's my song. My niggas need healing. If you ask me, praying for my niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? My niggas need Jesus. You feel me? That's a gospel album. But it's spoken in a way that we can feel. And I think that's what happens, bro. I think we are evolving. People not scared to talk about God, but they're like my dog D1. People ain't scared to talk about God. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jose. If somebody come to this show and they don't want to talk about God, guess what? I ain't the show for you. I'm okay with that. I like to talk about God. My life is changing. My life is evolving. God and money. I'm gonna tell y'all something. God, if you ain't know, I'm about to tell you something. God and money was the pivot episode. All right.
Yeah, all day.
It was the pivot episode. It's the reason why it was titled God and Money. It was the pivot episode. It was the episode we saying we're going to talk about money, but God ain't never tell us not to talk about God and money because God talk about money. It told us that what? He gives us the ability to do what? Produce wealth. Come on, man. What we doing? We certified wealth builders. Let's get to it. Okay, let's go. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. I want to call my dog right quick. I want to see if he's going to answer. Jose, I want to call my dog Tobe right quick. And I want to see if he's going to answer, you heard me? He should answer because he know I'm calling. He just was in the chat. I just want to see something. He might be like recording or something. He always be recording, bro. I want to ask him a question. My dog.
It show you still alive.
I am still alive. I want to ask you a question. So hold up. My dog tapped in right now. My dog tapped in right now. You feel me?
Man, Trap still alive. Come on. Yeah, I just want to ask you a question real quick. Come on. I got my kids listening to Michael Jackson. Come on.
So I want to ask you a question, Tobe. So I want to know, I told my people, like, you my brother, bro, like, we rock how we rock. I want to know just tell us. So first of all, we're going to put Jose, let's put the link for the new album in. I went to DC and watched this show live with the symphony.
Come on.
And I said, bro, my nigga, you gifted. Kennedy Center.
Why I can't go live with you on the YouTube?
We ain't set it up yet. We can make sure we do that, but I ain't set it up like that yet. We had it.
Oh, okay. No, I ain't never did it then. I'm just talking. I thought it was like IG Live.
No, it ain't like that, Tobe. Nah. So check this out. I want to ask a question, Tobe. What was the inspiration behind the album?
All right, watch this, Jose. Nah, listen. Listen. This is this been like the last 2 or 3 years been my thoughts and prayers just for like all the niggas that like come from where I come from and grew up how I grew up. There's a lot of niggas that I feel like have been on my heart and my prayers and stuff like that. And when I was doing the stuff, I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to put it out like this. And then I just felt like God was telling me, like, yeah, I need to put it out exactly like it is. And I've been telling him and talking to him. Let them hear it exactly like that. I know I'm talking right now.
All right. So I went, so I got two of my favorite songs is my niggas. So two of my favorite songs is, Heal.
Yeah.
Heal, that's my one. And My Niggas Need Jesus.
Yeah.
Niggas need Jesus.
Oh, I promise you.
That's my stuff, bro. You hear me?
I promise you. So
So before we go, tell me, that's my favorite too. And then the anointing. That's crazy.
come on.
So tell me, what was like those two songs are serious. Like you talking straight to like, look, niggas need healing.
That nigga, yeah.
How did that come about?
Oh yeah, I feel like that's really who all my music is really that's my target audience. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be happy and appreciative of all the non-niggas that can understand and appreciate the music, but I really do music specifically for niggas. They come from where I come from.
That's it, man. I love you, bro. I just wanted them to hear you. I just put the album up with you and Fat. You know what I'm saying? Tell my girl I say what's up. I love her. That's the queen. Definitely, like, I love Tobe, man. Put the link in there. Y'all go get that. The vinyl album, too. You can get it on iTunes, but the vinyl album go insane. I'm going to buy something, man. You see my dog, man. I love you, bro. I'm going to hit you up later, bro.
Item. You gotta get the vinyl for the collector's item.
We got in.
We got in. We got out. All right, brother. That's my dog right there, man. Man, definitely go cop that, man. I'm telling you, he's got this one. My dog called a body. He put him 6 feet underground. You hear me? Let me see something right quick. I know Jose gonna trip. I know, Jose. You're gonna have to just get this right, Jose. You're gonna just have to get this right. This is it right here. Let me see something. Let me see something. Watch this. Watch this, Jose.
Oh, you about to demonetize my...
No, I'm not. I just want to say this part. This is my favorite part. You can't hear it. I'm going to sing it. Listen to what he say. This is what he say.
You can do it.
This is what he say.
How far does your love come down? My dog called a body. Put a man 6 feet underground.
Okay, sing with it.
The same. He will. Telling God, if he touch me, he gonna change. He came. Check it out. To heal your presence, he needs to know your name. Watch this. Watch this. These demons is all that I know. Come on. I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right there. You know how many people in the chat, the demons is all they know?
Man. I tell you that every
Listen to what he said, bro. He said, my dog caught a body. He just put a man 6 feet underground. He telling God, look, but all he needs is your presence. Because his demons is all he know. You know why I feel that? You know why I feel that, Jose? We got to get into stocks tonight. The reason why I feel that, Jose, is because in 30-something years of my life, bro, the demons was all I knew, bro. And I ain't talking about the funny demons that people be like talking about, I got demons. No.
Yeah.
Like suicidal demons. Demons from me shooting a man, going to prison, never dealing with that. Coping with that. Seeing a man get set on fire in a cell with me, like normalizing that, being stabbed, being shot, like, nah, it's all right, I'm good. Doing all type of stuff, bro. And then the reason people don't even understand, but the reason why I don't smoke weed or drink alcohol no more is because when I drink or when I smoke, they get loud. And they have control. And so I had to stop drinking because they got loud. One day I really had to call a woman who I call my mother. I had to call her. I said, Ma, they loud. And I don't know how to fight them. I ain't strong enough. She said, boy, I'm about to pray for you. She said, turn that water on. Go get in that shower. Right now. Put that coat. Bro, I'm in the shower with all my clothes on, crying, and she is praying for me over the phone. I say, Ma, they loud. They too loud. And I say, I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah.
This before we even had a daughter, bro.
Yeah.
I say, Ma, I don't want to kill myself. I say, they too loud, though.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fight them.
Yeah.
I say, they too loud. I don't know how to fight them.
Yeah.
She said, boy, get in that cold water and I'm going to pray for you. And we ain't going to stop praying until you stop hearing them. She ain't had time to say, hold up, let me get in the car to come drive to you. She ain't had time for that. Remember I told you something, Jose? I said, Jesus was in the wilderness and all he had to fight the devil with was word on word. Bro, she gave me word. She gave me word, son.
Yeah.
Word. After that night, bro, I said, I am never smoking weed again.
Yeah.
Because I felt naked. I'm a man who walk around life strong. I'm a man who walk around life like in my mode. Bro, I ain't had nothing. I ain't had nothing.
Just the word.
Bro, I ain't have nothing. Bro, I ain't even have a word. All I knew how to do was call the most praying person I knew.
Yeah.
Ma, they loud. And I won't kill myself. But I don't want to. I ain't ready. I remember getting on my knees in the shower with all my clothes on, Jose, saying, God, I ain't ready. I say, I ain't ready. Well, this is like 2015. I just got found not guilty. But this what happened when you by yourself. That's why a man ain't meant to be alone unless God isolates you. Because we ain't equipped, cuz. So when my dog in that album talking about nigga demons chasing him, nigga, I know what that feel like.
You been there.
So I had to tell myself, bro, we not drinking no more. You know why? Because when I'm drinking, I'm in the club, it's all good. But when I get in the car and I'm by myself,
That's when they tap.
here they go. Hey, remember us?
Yep. Right there.
Hey, remember when you did such and such, such and such?
Ooh.
You remember that? Oh, remember you made this deal with me and you told me, like, if I get you through this, because watch this, bro, the whole while I'm talking to God, if you let me, I'm going to tell you real talk. I tell you, bro, I should be in the streets doing street shit and be like, God, get me through this. God, like, I don't participate in none of that. But guess who is? I got you. Don't even trip. What you want to do?
Right.
You want to do that? Oh, I got you. Come on, let's rock.
And they almost sound the same.
When you can't distinguish.
Right. When you can't distinguish.
When you can't distinguish the two. Because you ain't got enough relationship with God to distinguish what he sound like and what old boy sounding like. So he like, hey, remember I got you through that lick? Remember you told me if I get you through this right here, I got you. I'm going to hold you down. So I don't know the difference. So now I'm drinking and it's like, yeah. Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's go. And now you in a car, I'm trying to roll the window down. I'm trying to turn the music up. But he louder than that because he internal. He louder than the music. He louder than the wind. He internally eating me alive. He internally eating me alive. My heart posture crooked. It's black. And that's the one thing he wants us to be, isolated with no feelings, no emotion. Guess what? I got you. So I say, no. So listen, in the time of distress, guess what you do? God, help me, God. Help me. But guess what? He done got me so far from God. He done got me so far. I'm so far away. It's like a long distance phone call. And because I'm so far away, bro, I don't know how it sounds when he talking to me. So the next thing I know how to do is call somebody who I know. Pray for me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Ma, pray for me. Help me get home. I'm weak. I'm like an infant. I'm in a fetal position. I done cut my own umbilical cord. I need to be connected again. Because I'm empty. I'm empty, God. And so what you do, you trying to sleep with all these women to fill a void. You trying to drink all the alcohol to fill a void. You trying to smoke all the weed to fill a void. You trying to pop the pills to fill the void. You trying to hang around other people who broken to fill the void. Ain't no void, ain't no peace, ain't no fulfillment, ain't no purpose gonna come if you don't let God in there. So you gotta open the gate. So what I said, I'm not smoking no more, I'm not drinking no more, but I still was indulging in all the women, Jose. So I cut the two where I was weak and vulnerable, and I put myself in a situation, and I said, we're gonna use the women as the vice. We're going to use the women as the vice. Now I realize he like, oh, I got you here too. No. I know what it takes. I got you here too. Because that's what you're going to start doing now. That's what you're going to start doing now. The women going to influence you to smoke weed again. Because you're going to feel like you got to get high to get them high so y'all can be high. Or you going to pop a pill so you can take a pop a pill so y'all can be, because you won't go get the pleasure. I got you again. I got you again. The same trick wrapped up in a new form. I got you again. So I'm back in the shower. God, I don't want to take myself this time. I just hit it one time. I ain't smoked the whole thing. I just hit it once. God, I just took a shot. I ain't even drank the whole Long Island. I just took a Patron shot. God, why are you doing this to me? I ain't even drink. That little shot, I'm trying to compromise. No. The vices is vicing. Everything you do that keep me between me being able to talk to you and deal with you, you can't hear me, son. You can't hear me. You distracted. And as long as you vulnerable, he got you. And guess what? Guess what, Jose? He not gonna never come if God don't give him permission. He can't sift us like wheat if God don't give him permission. The gap is there for a reason. Either you gonna learn through my word or you gonna learn through experience. Hopefully you learn through the word and not the experience, because the experience can take you out. The experience can take you out. And if the experience take you out, I can't tell you good job, my faithful servant. Job well done, my faithful servant. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that if you let the weed do it, or the pills do it, or the streets do it. I can't tell you that. Son, you got shot. You survived. Son, you was homeless. You survived. Son, you went to prison for 10 years at 16. You was a child amongst men. You've been stabbed twice. You survived. Son, you went to court. You got found not guilty. You survived. Son, you done been in multiple shootouts. You done been in robberies going bad. Son, you survived. Son, you done been 16. A girl set you up. You got the Mac 11 to your head. You survived, son. What else I gotta do? How many chances I gotta give you? How many times I gotta keep extending my grace? How many times I gotta keep giving you mercy? I let you shoot the man and not do life in prison. I let the man not die. You done shot the man 5 times with an assault rifle. The man ain't died. You got 10 years instead of life. Son, how many chances do I gotta give you before you realize I'm with you and I got a purpose for you? Son, hear me. Hear me. Because I don't want to take you out. I need you. I need you. You the perfect one. I need you in your form. I don't need you to be nothing else. I need you in your form. I need you. Yes, we're going to talk to him about money, but I need your testimony. I need you to talk to him because there's so many of them just like you. It's so many of them just like you. It's so many of them that feel broken. It's so many of them that feel like they don't got no way out. It's so many of them that feel like they by themselves. It's so many of them that won't kill themselves. Son, I need you. I need you. I need you. So I need you to get it right. And I need you to be consistent. I need you to make the mistakes. I need you. I need you. Son, I need you. Yes, I need you to go to therapy. But yes, I need you to get them spiritual men in your life so they can show you my way because you don't know it by yourself. I need you. This ain't about you. I need you, son. Listen to me. Hear me. Fast. Pray. Read. I need you, son. I need you. I need you to surround yourself around men who doing it the right way and have distance between yourself, between men who doing the wrong way, because I don't need you to be influenced. I need you to go back and be the influencer. I need you. I need you because they listen to you. I need you because you are strong. I need you because they watch you go through it. I need you. I need you. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, you may not get everything you want, but I got what you need. I need you, son. You think yes, how you got through the airport with a pistol on you? Son, I need you. I'm protecting you. And the next time you go through the airport, they stop you for a pic. I'm showing you, I need you. I need you. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. Yield. Yield. Look back at our track record. You ain't got to look at Moses. You ain't got to look at Joshua. You ain't got to look at Abraham. You ain't got to look at Joseph. You ain't got to look at Job. Look at your own life and see how I've been there for you. Yield, son. Yield. And when you yield, you don't even much know how many people you're going to help. When you yield, you don't know how many people you're going to help come to me because they see you a certain way. I allowed you to be the Wall Street trapper. I allowed you. That ain't your thought. That ain't your concept. You thought you were just gonna talk about money. I help you make money because I know for a fact that that's what they want. And you're gonna be talked about. They gonna say all kind of stuff, but I need you not to focus on the noise because the noise takes you out of position. Do what I said, son. And when you get confused, come back to me. When you get off track, come back to me. When you feel like it's weak, come back to me. When the old version you want to pop out because they talking noise, come back to me. Always come to me, son. Lean not on your own understanding. Come to me. I am going to equip you. Yield, son. Yield. And we gonna bridge. We gonna bridge. So I need you around people like Tobe, because y'all represent the same thing. I don't need you to be like nobody else. I got my own purpose, my own calling. I got my own assignment for you. Yield, son. Don't worry about what they say. Yield. It's gonna get hard. They gonna think you changed. They gonna think you did a lot of stuff. Yield, son. Yield. Do not do this by yourself. Yield, because obedience is better than sacrifice. Yield, son. Yield. To love me is also to suffer sometime. Yield, son. You gotta carry that. Yield, son. And I told you, if you follow me, you're going to have to carry that heavy cross. Yield, son. I don't want you to be like nobody else. Yield, I said. Yield, yield, yield. And the problem with a lot of us, we don't want yield. We won't do it our way. We won't do it our way. So take everything that come with it. Take everything come with it. Take everything come with it. Take everything that come with it. Because in the end, it ain't about you. It's about what I got for you to do. We got work to do. We got work to do. Let's get to the message tonight, cuz. Let's get to the message tonight. Let's get to the message tonight. Jose.
I don't know how we supposed to come back from that. Really not.
How we feel, cuz? I ain't mean to go there, cuz.
We supposed to get to the mattress. I don't even know. Wait, did we do the mattress already?
We did the mattress, though.
I'm slipping myself. Golly. Okay. I'm getting text messages.
Shout out to the super chat, man.
Shout out
to Nat, man. Shout out to my love. Shout out to everybody that's Frank, Goddess. Shout out to everybody, man. Like, we got a show tonight, Jose.
Yeah,
we got to cut some stuff. Today we got to cut some stuff short, dog. Got to cut some of the slides down, dog.
It's hot in here. We need the church fans.
We got to.
It's crazy. Woo.
All right, we got to. Today we got to cut. We got to cut some slides, dog.
We got to run a commercial. Go to commercial break. Yeah,
and cut. Oh, man. Man, that was so good. Thank you, God. I appreciate you. Somebody said, bro, how you even go to the market after that? Like, how do you, we don't want to hear that. It's over. We got to learn to pivot.
I'm just saying, what type of pivot?
We got to pivot.
That's the.
We got to pivot. We got to pivot.
Now or just drop them off.
We got to pivot.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen. All right. So let's give it a minute. Let's gather. Let's gather. Right? Let's gather ourselves. You know, we feel good. We feel, how you feel, bro? You good? Love you, boy. All right. We good? Let's give it a second.
That's that joint where Jake's had us on Father's Day. Like, yeah, front row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give our people some shout right quick, Jose. Shazam X was good. Alonzo Lex, that's good. Isaiah Taylor, that's good. Money Making Hustle was good. Sand Hands, I wasn't even coming to YouTube, man. Salute, appreciate that. We up, don't cut Nathaniel. It was good. Tomorrow was good. All right, man, let's get into it, man. Wilford Brown, that's good. What up? What up? Church was too good. Church was too good. Hey, this is not church, y'all. Stop, man. Y'all gotta chill, man.
Y'all be quiet on the church stuff because he hate that.
Okay. This somebody said you got us all thinking. God do what he do, man. I appreciate God for that, man. I'm learning, man. I'm learning, and you know, I don't know, man.
I'm trying to keep up with the super chats. They really show
They done
love.
give.
We appreciate each and
I done
every
give
one
all
of
my
y'all.
trading money. Don't you do another super chat? Don't you put another super chat in? Don't you put another super chat in here? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. Heat check. All right. So we had three. What are you doing?
The pivot was still kind of crazy, bro. But go ahead. We're in the heat
All right,
check.
let's skip this 2 days. Let's go straight to the recession portfolio. They know what this is already. All right, let's go to the straight recession portfolio. All right, I'm gonna try to navigate some of the ones I want to just go up with too because they're important. All right, so here we go, man. Buy and hold. We have 47%. I want to say we was at 47 last week, or was we at like 46 last week? Maybe like 46 last week. All right, so we up 1.1 million. So we up 362,000 in the buy and hold. Today we did $6,000, so that's good. All right, let's go a little further into that. So we got Allstate is still doing good. Costco killing it. Cintas, one of my favorites. Deckers, $28. EME is up. FICO, Eli Lilly, Meta, Nvidia, PWR, and VRTX. So Jose, we in September, right? So we got October, November, December. We got, about 100 days left in the year, something like that. I like this. We still got the same $5,000 over there. We all right. We ain't tripping. we ain't did nothing with it yet. We probably ain't gonna do nothing with it at this time. All right. We don't give super chats. We give offerings. Yo, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all tripping. Don't be doing me that. You hear me? Don't be doing me that. All right, so let's go to our options portfolio. Today we hit a pivotal point today in the options portfolio. We crossed 3.6 million, which was good because we kept being in between like 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. So today we crossed the 3.6 million, which is good because, all-time high on the closeout was 4.5, right? All-time that it ever reached was 4.8, but it never closed at it. It reached that, and then that day it went back down. So for us to close out today at 3.6 was good. That lets us know we are about 900,000 away from our account all-time closing high, which is 4.5, which I like that. I'm gonna give y'all some data today that I want to go back to. It was some good data that I had that I really want to get into that I like. Let me go to it because I had wrote it down. We'll get to it. So, okay, Tudor, let's show them okay. So we got the Nvidia plays, the PNW plays. So Nvidia plays shaking back. Our 140 call shaking back. The Palo Alto play is down about 5%. QCOM is probably dead. They ain't gonna do nothing. SMH fought back today. TSM fought back. Our TSM call fought back today. The Wingstop call for the Patreon is going crazy. My XLK, our XLK actually expired. I forgot to sell the thing on thing. Forgot to get out of it. I promise I did. And I didn't do it on purpose. I was just doing so much, dog. So it expired, and it actually worked in my favor, though. It closed out for me. It didn't buy it. It closed out for me. So it worked in my favor. You can't do that because they'll buy them things. Sometimes it'll buy them. You know what I'm saying? So it closed out for me. So that was cool. So the XLY play is up. That's good. Remember, I gave them 2 plays away on Instagram for free. And we fought through a lot with that. I know a lot of people probably try to just close out, but we fought through that, and that was good. All right, you gonna go a little further to it? All right, so we got our Amazon play, and then our 195 call. I'm not mad at that one because that one I came back. This play that I'm covering up right here is the play that we put in the Patreon last week. We'll talk about that. Our Amex play is up. Our BRBK down. It went down. I'm kind of mad at that call. It was up $30,000, bro. It was up $30,000 after that earnings call. It went crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. The CrowdStrike play, it done went negative on me. I don't even know what. This is crazy. They lost $9,000 today. I was up. And I don't know what happened today. KLAC is rocking. We got an Eli Lilly play right that is up 430. It's up like 30-something thousand, so that's good. Let's go a little further to it. And then we got another play that we boxed out that we put in the Patreon. So as y'all can see right now, the 2 plays, I put 3 plays in the Patreon last week. All 3 of them up. The 2 that I got blocked out and the Wingstop play. Right? The 2 that I got blocked out and the Wingstop play. No. Somebody say stop loss, set a trap. No, I would never. Not the way I play the game. You can do it, but I wouldn't. Like I got the emotional fortitude. Why not? Because of the way we trade. So we don't day trade. And so because we don't day trade, we allow the market to go through, right? And we realized that it pumped up that high because it had just a great earnings call. And what happens the way we play the game is if we put a stop loss in, the way that we trade, that'll work against us. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. Like for day trading, it's perfectly fine. But the way that we trade, if we put a stop loss in, it doesn't give us the opportunity to it'll kick us out. And then now we got to pay extra to try to get back in that same call or switch that call. We lose that, you know what I'm saying? So like the call that we in on the Berkshire play, instead of just doing a stop loss on it, if I feel like it done went down, I'll just get another leg on it and extend that play. Nothing wrong with a stop loss, but it ain't that I don't believe in it. It's not that I don't believe in it, but because we buy the time and because we have a specific formula, a stop loss will kick us out. And then because it'll kick us out, now we can't even get in that same trade again. And if we do, it's going to cost us way more. You know what I'm saying? So the better thing to do is, if you like it, now if you up 200%, you done already took profit so many times. You know what I'm saying? If you get up 100%, our goal is to get up 100%. We take profit, or depending on what area, like we in that 50, 60%. His rich, say, stop. And so we got our meta call, so I know the Patreon. So we got this 505 call. So we've been fighting this 505 call forever. It makes a whole lot of sense with the stop loss trap. And I'm not mad at you. Yep. That's just why, but again, there's so many different ways to see the game. There's more than, and I always tell people that there's so many different ways to see the game. Everything where like somebody hit me up the other day and it was like, man, you breaking all the trading rules. And I was like, those rules don't apply to me. They don't apply to me. They don't apply to the people who I'm educating, because we look at the game different. We want that 5-month trade, that 6-month trade, that 8-month trade, depending on what we see in the game. That allows us to get leverage, but it also allows us, like in this meta play, right? If I would have been in a stop loss, I would have never got this. You know what I'm saying? But what we did was we was in a 505 call first. We was in it for a week. It was good. Some earnings came out. It went down like $70 or something. You know what I'm saying? So, so we didn't get out of that trade. We stayed in that trade because it was super cheap. But then we got in a 435 call. So look at the big difference. We go from a 505 call to getting in a 435 call. That's a huge difference. right? But now, as we waited it out, the 435 call is now up 121,000, and the 505 call now is up 28,000. Now, some of my travelers, and I know we were saying it, like, yo, as soon as this thing turn green, we getting out of here. Because we've been in it so long. I was like, man, I'm in that thing till December, man. I hit my girl Double R up, and I said, I DM'd her. I said, you ready? You good? She was like, I'm good. And she said, man, I got out of that 505 trade. I made a couple dollars. We've been in it so long. And she's like, I got out of it at the end of the day. I was like, I bet. I'm still in it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes the patience pays off. The patience, the perseverance, I'm not gonna lie, I would have been heated. If I done waited through all that for this sucker to be running, and I would have been mad. I done waited through months of red. It done turned green on us a couple times. And so, look, she writes, I took my little profit. And here's the thing, though, there's nothing wrong with taking profit. There's never nothing, I want to let everybody know that. There is never nothing wrong with taking money from the market. There is nothing wrong with that. Don't never feel bad about, yo, I'm up. You know, especially sometimes you just tired of fighting. Like, bro, I'm tired of fighting with this, man. I'm tired of fighting with this. Man, I'm tired of fighting with this thing. Let me get my money and go about my business. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And I said, man, and I said, you smart. I said, you smart. You know what I'm saying? Now, I did it with GEV. Now, look at it. It's going crazy. I got to $12,000. I said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, somebody say show the percentages. Okay, I can tell them to you. Ain't no big deal. All right, let's go. I was doing it, but damn. All right, let me go back. I got you, no problem. Yep, no problem. I got you. So, all right, Tootie, go back. Go back to the, you can stay right there. 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 Let me see what play that is. All right, that's the second one. All right, so this call here, the one that's blocked out we put in last week, is up 5%. Matter of fact, Sean, come here. Because I don't want to say it. They're going to think I'm just saying anything out my mouth. I don't need them to do that. None. All right, so I'm going to show you where we at. We right here. So this is the one that's blocked out. All right, so what is that up? This one right here. So that's the one that's blocked out. How much? 5.44%. All right, so the next call is the meta call right here, the 435. How much that's up? All right, and then the next meta call, how much that's up? And then the next one should be service now. How much that's up? 120%. All right, so the service now is up 120%. All right, so the next one is a 760 service now call. How much that's up? Okay, the next one is an Nvidia call. How much that's up? And then the next one is a 120 Nvidia call. How much that's up? And then the next one is a February 21 Nvidia call. How much that's up? 30. All right, so those are down, right? Yeah. All right, so all right, Tootie, go to your next slide. Tootie, go to your next slide. All right, so let's go back to the top. Let's go to you can't hear him? Damn. I forgot you can't hear me. All right, let's just start from the top. Matter of fact, hold up. Yeah. All right, so let's start from the Amazon call. How much? All right, so start from there. The Amazon call is how much?
Negative 14%.
Negative, that's 195, right?
Yeah.
So the next play don't say because it's blocked out, but what's the percentage on it?
The percentage, 14%.
All right, so the next one should be the AXP call, right?
The next one is, that's the
right here. Oh, that's the one that's blocked out.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna say that.
So the next one is the AXP call.
Yeah, AXP is 28%.
I'm up 28% or down?
Up 20%.
So the next one should be BRBK. What that one is?
Down 7%.
Okay, the next one is Kraus, right? What's that one?
Down 3%.
The next one should be KLLC. What that's down?
Down 42%.
So the next one is Eli Lilly. What that one is?
Up 100%.
All right.
103%.
All right, let's go to the next one too. All right there. So that's this one, the one we put in that one is blocked out.
Blocked out, we ain't gonna say it.
All right, so what that one is?
5%, up 5%.
All right, and so the next one is at the meta call?
Yeah, Meta 435,
How much that one up?
136%.
What's the next Meta call?
Up 21%.
What's the next ServiceNow call?
Up 120%.
We should have ServiceNow.
The next one is 160%. Up,
All right, and you should have Nvidia 110.
up 36%.
The next Nvidia.
Down 4%.
The next Nvidia.
Down 30%.
Go to your next slide to it. All right, you should have another Nvidia.
Nvidia's down 54%, the 140 call.
All right, and then you got PANW,
Down 28%.
Qualcomm.
Okay. Down 90%.
It's dead.
Yeah.
SMH,
SMH down 35%.
TSM,
Up 2%.
TSM,
Down 3%.
Wingstop,
Up 11%.
XLY.
Up 29.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Sean. So there you go. There we go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Somebody had said in the chat, like, show the percentages. So I don't have a problem with that. Like, I ain't tripping. I don't know why they said it though, because people would be up thousands of dollars and stuff. Yeah. Somebody say, man, Trap, we really got to do this with you, bro. No. Somebody's asking, show the screenshot. I mean, the percentages. So y'all know I don't mind. Y'all know I don't mind, man. Okay, so here's what I want to say. Yeah, I know, right? It's down, right? So that was one of the ones that switched. That was one of the ones that so that 110 and 120 call, I think there was other calls we had before the split that switched. And that's how they got that. Meaning, like, after they did the stock split, I think it was that 110 and the whatever those two calls at the top, they like switched. That's how they got. They were like $1,200 or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, the QCon, I've been said the QCon was dead, but I only got like 2 contracts in it, so that's why I didn't really care about it. But I've been said we was dead on that one. All right, so let me say something right quick. No, I really do got to prove that, y'all. Like, I got to show people, you know, there's always I'm not going to say non-believers, but the purpose of the show is to consistently show people that we real. And I think next time I'll have the percentages up. You know, I'll make sure we do that the next time. You know, the next time I'll show it next time the percentage that we ain't got to do that. But so in the Patreon, I said something. And I said it in Trappers Anonymous as well. I said that here's my perspective of how we'll play the game moving forward. And my perspective was this. Steve said, man, let that crap out, bro. That's your stage. All right, y'all out of here. So here's my perspective I told the Patreon. I said, here's how I feel. I said, I don't think that, and this was real. I said it on here before, I can't remember what episode. I said that I don't think that September will be a September of before because August was so bad. I know we said that on the show. I say I don't think that September will be as bad as normal because July and August was so bad. And so I told my Patreon people, I think I said it on the show before that, I said, here's the game plan for the rest of the year. Yeah, it's new people, y'all. They got to see to believe it, for sure. So I said, here's the plan for the rest of the year. I said, we have an event that's coming up that's like kind of like something we ain't never seen before or in a while, where we have the triple winching. We have a retail sales call, and we have a retail call. We have a Fed cut, and then a triple winching event. All in a back-to-back days. And I said, previous to that, you had great CPI data and job data. Not necessarily great, but enough to where it gave the market a reprieve. And so I said, huh? So I said, what's going to happen is, I believe, based on 3 things. I said, what I believe is going to happen is this. I believe that based on the last numbers, we'll get a good retail data number, and then we'll get a 0.5% rate cut. And I say those 2, I believe, are enough to offset what we'll get in this triple winching phase. I say, so what I want to do is, I want to get ahead of it. And the reason why I want to get ahead of it is because if we get behind it, we too late. We don't get that initial pop, pop. We don't get that. And that's what we want. Remember, it's all about taking profits to put us in position. So we put in 3 plays, 1 tech play, 1 healthcare play, 1 consumer play. We added no new Nvidia plays, no new Meta plays, right? The only play that I wanted to add that I didn't add was, I wanted to add an AVGO play, and I wanted to add a QQQ play. And the only reason I didn't add them, I'm not going to lie, is because I didn't want to put 5 plays at one time in the group. I didn't want them to think I was greedy. Like, man, tripping right now. Sure enough, the QQQ go up $10 the next day. I said, God. Well, they didn't. I didn't want to be greedy. Yeah, they gonna jump. If I say jump, they gonna, hey, parachute ways we go down. They gonna jump with me. But I didn't want to, I felt like I was being greedy. Because we had 700,000 on the side, and we deployed 500,000 in 3 plays. You feel me? We had 700,000 on the side. We deployed, that was triple winching. We had 700,000 on the side, and we deployed 500,000 in 3 plays. I didn't want to be greedy. Because there's still a scenario where it goes the other way, and now I'm all in. I don't got no money to do nothing. Right? So I'm always, if I'm aggressive, but I'm still aggressive with caution. That's how I play the game. Like, I'll be aggressive, but I'm going to be aggressive with some type of caution. You know what I'm saying? So if I got 700,000 and we put 500,000 in there, okay, let's sit on 2 and see what the market does. And now, like we just called out, we see we got some plays that's already in that 100%, 100-some%. Okay, well, now we can do is say, let's take some of those off, and let's probably get the 200,000 up to about 300, 350,000. And now, if we pull back again before the end of the year or sometime, now we can deploy at least 150 of that. Right? So it's about being able to position yourself like meticulously. And so that's what that was about. Yep, it's good risk management for me. You know, we don't never want to just say, okay, we got 700,000. Here's what we feel like gonna happen. The data match that happened, and now we just all in. Now we sitting on the side with, and I'm not saying it to be arrogant or nothing, but $40,000 when we had 700,000. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of my idea behind it. Let's go a little further, Tootie, and I'll tell you which ones to use, huh?
People want to know the difference between quad and triple. I think that's the first time they heard the triple.
Well, per quarter. We'll get into it. All right, let's go. They both do the same thing. Let's go, Tootie. Okay, so here's what I want y'all to understand. So today we had an idea where low jobs mean troubled water. So here's what happened today. Today, the Consumer Confidence Index came out, right? And I wrote this down. I like to write down notes when I'm talking to us because we need to understand everything that's going on. Now, mind you, some of my stats ain't gonna come out today because, you know, we had a long sermon. So all right, so watch this. Today we had a Consumer Confidence Index, and it was the lowest it's been in 3 years. And the consumer confidence, CCI, represents how does consumers feel about the pricing that's going on in the marketplace. That's what that represents. So CCI represents Consumer Confidence Index that tells us how the consumer feels about what's not CPI. That's the Consumer Price Index. That deals with what we're paying for something. That's judging inflation. CCI, Consumer Confidence Index, tells us how the consumer feels about the pricing that's going on in the market. Right? So, here's what happened. We want to match that. What I'm doing is matching data. Right? I'm matching data. So here's what we get. The layoff jump in August in hiring in 2024 is at a historic low. The layoffs were at a high and the hiring back were at a historic low in August. So August job cuts surged 193% from July to 75,000, the highest since 2009. Hiring rose slightly to 6,000 but remains down 21% from August 2023. August job cuts highlight economic uncertainty and rising costs, forcing companies into tough layoffs, said Andrew from the Vice P of Challenger, right? And they say the trends mirror last year's pressure, right? And so the reason why that's important is because I want us to see something else. Before you go there, Tootie, I want us to see something that I wrote down. Tootie, go to the gold rush. That's going to be important. Go to the gold rush. That's good. So we're about to put some stuff together. So watch this. I wrote this stat down for us. I like to write stat down for us. I like to write data down for us because I be wanting us to understand what is exactly going on. Shout out to Steve. This is a cold-blooded graphic right here. Put that graphic on the screen, man. Let them see that. That is so cold-blooded right there. Golly, man. My dog Steve's just different, yo. All right, so watch me here. I'm going to tie some things in together, and I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Right? Hear me out right here. Gold pushes up to 28%. Now, mind you, I have been saying for at least 5 months, buy some gold. I've been saying this for 5 months. Buy some gold. It needs to be a part of our wealth building strategy. Okay? So watch this. Gold prices are up 28% in 2024 to $2,660 an ounce. That's up 28%. It's on track for its second best year since 1979. The last time it was at this price was December 31st, 2010. In 1979, gold had a 126% rise. Watch this. I'm going to tie this in. I'm about to tie this in. The Federal Reserve, the federal debt is now almost $3 billion a day. That's the interest that they paying on the debt. Watch how we tie this all in. Watch how we tie this all in. The CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, says that it will be around $892 billion this year that the United States will pay in interest payments alone on the $35 trillion debt. It will be $1 trillion by 2025, $1.7 trillion by 2024. The net interest payment will be $12.9 trillion over the next decade. Okay, let's go a little further with that. The current payment is 3.3% on the debt. Since 2020, $12 trillion in debt has been added. 2020, pandemic. That is $280 billion every month since the pandemic, since 2020. So we have added $280 billion of debt every month since 2020. Okay. Why is that important, Trap? Well, the reason why that is important is because, let's go a little further. So I got enough information for y'all. The economy is weakening. How do we know the economy is weakening? Well, because the dollar is the weakest that it's been in a year. The Federal Reserve is now cutting rates. You cut rates because people can't afford to live. They're cutting rates, and the deficit at which America is accumulating is back to World War II levels. Let's go a little deficit. Mind you, they went into a recession, deep recession. I'm making it all make sense. Just listen to me. Stocks are raising at a rate as if we've already priced in a soft landing. Gold is rising. Why does gold rise? Gold rises because the broader market feels like they need a safe place to hide money. Gold has always been the hedge. Okay, let's go a little further. Bond prices are falling. Okay, let's go a little further. Real estate prices are rising. We have been saying this. Commercial real estate is falling. Banks are now having to put billions of dollars on the side because they have to factor in real estate losses, which is why it is extra harder for you to get some money from the bank. If you notice, it is really, really hard right now to get some money from the bank. There are more, and we talked about this, there are more restrictions on getting money from the bank. The reason why the bank is designed to give us money, the bank is designed to be a little not as strenuous when it comes to, because they want us to get money from them. You know we're in a tough situation when the bank says, nope, here is the extra regulations we are adding to give you money. Okay, watch this. Oil prices are falling. Natural gas prices are up. I want us to understand that. Well, Trappin, like, why does all this matter? It matters because the stock market and the economy are not brother and sister. They are first cousins, though. The stock market is designed to go up. And I want us to know this. I'm not saying that the market about to crash. I'm not saying it because I need us to take advantage of what's going on. But I need us to proceed with caution. And the reason why I want us to proceed with caution is because we don't want to be all in on playing the options market, because the one day that we already have learned that we cannot predict when the market is going to belly up. We can't predict it. But I always want us to have cash. This is why the people keep asking me, Trap, are we still in that 20-50 range? Yes, we are. I've never told you to get out of it. I've never told you to get out of it. And the reason why I never told you to get out of it is because the numbers are on the board. We cannot look at the stock market and say the economy is doing well. The stock market is designed to go up. So as people will keep buying to one day people say, nope, it's time to go. And when they say it's time to go, I don't want us to be fully in on some options plays because we being greedy. And the numbers tell us if people aren't getting jobs, the numbers tell us if people cannot afford everyday living, the numbers tell us that we don't know when it's going to happen, but we need to be cautious. Now, in your buy and hold plays, hold them. But for the traders, I just want us to be careful. Because the worst thing you can do is be in a trade when the market decides it wants to go the other way for a long time. And with America being $35 trillion in debt, with America being spending $3 billion a day on just the interest of the debt, and with no political candidate saying we want to bring the debt down. That's what I'm talking about. So when I said I listened to the debate, that's what I didn't hear. I heard, increasing taxes on the rich. I heard it. I heard not paying taxes on overtime. I heard it. I heard fracking, right? I heard Project 25. I heard this. But I never heard, here's where we're going. And maybe I'm wrong. I will not switch to puts. I never heard this is how we're going to bring the national debt down. That's what I didn't hear. That's what I didn't hear. And so for me, because I didn't hear that, now I'm not like Warren Buffett, so I will not just sit on the side with all that bread. I'm going to still make some active moves. I still want to be able to get the market to print money for me so that I can have bread on the side. Right? Taxed on unrealized gains, you got to be worth over $1 million to do that. So if you ain't worth $1 million, you don't even need to worry about that. Right? If you're not worth $1 million or more, you don't even got that to worry about. 100 million. It's 100 million. Right? So you don't even have that to worry about. So you can't let people like Grant Cardone, you know what I'm saying, hit you with the, they're going to tax your unrealized gains. Yo, that's not even your tax bracket. And I'm not saying, let me say this, it's not your tax bracket yet. It's not your tax bracket yet. That ain't what you should be worrying about. Because the people who are in that tax bracket, guess what they're going to do? They're going to find a way to lobby around that. So it ain't for you to be upset about. It ain't for you to be, man, that lady going to tax my taxes. No. You're not there yet. It's okay, but you're not there. Let them people fuss about that. Grant has the right to fuss about that. He has over $100 million in real estate. That's his fuss. That's his fuss. He's supposed to fuss about it. And he got $600 million in real estate. He 100% supposed to fuss about that. I'm not mad. I don't unfollow him because he's fussing about that. He has the right to fuss about that. But what we need to do is say, okay, I want us to put ourselves in a situation where we can take full advantage of what's going on. All right? And that's what this was about. All right, let's go a little further to it. So here's what I saw. This, me, I like to give us data. Data is so important for me when I'm talking to y'all because it is just super important because that's how we understand what's going on. So I ran across some data as I was researching, like, okay, how does the market typically perform like after a rate hike, right? So here's what we found out. From 1984, moving on, the market has done 9%, and this is in a 1 year. This is in a 1 year time frame, right? 84, 9.9%, 89, 13.9%, 95 to 98, it got 22% averaged. From 2001 to 2001, where am I at? Yep, 98. Yep, 2001 minus 10%, 2007 minus 17%, and then 2019, 8%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had 2 down years from 84 to 2019. In those rate cutting cycles, you only had 2 negative years. Yeah, I meant to say rate cut. I apologize. Rate cut, not hike. Rate cut. Yep, thank you, Eric. Right? So I like to show y'all the data because, again, like my spiritual bro told me earlier, if we can be equipped with the data, we can know how to navigate and move. This is what's giving us tools. Tools, remember the other data we had from last week was said what? We gave on the time to buy. Jose, did we make that a reel? Remember last week we showed the stat and we said September, when I said this is when you should be buying. So I want to do 2 things. I want to make that a whole one on Instagram, on YouTube, and I want to make that a reel for, I think we should definitely even chop that up a couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? So we can get that out there because that's important for people to understand, huh? Yeah. So that's important for us to understand. Understanding, that's what I call about giving us the tools, is understanding how the market typically performs. Now, here's what we do know. The market doesn't always what? Repeat itself, but it does what? Rhyme. Right? And so if we have an idea of what's supposed to happen, we can say, oh, okay, based on this, I got a good chance of putting the market where? In my favor. So also, index from 2004 to September, just up. We see the S&P is up almost 20%. We see corporate bonds up. We see gold futures up. So that's saying we understand that as of a rate cut, the market typically performs well. Now, here's some more information that I wrote for y'all that I got for y'all. Right? Watch this. Today, did Steve put that 08 to now thing? Did he give us that? Where I had market performance from 08 to now? If not, it's okay, but I gave it to him last. It was late. My dog, Steve. Okay. So I wanted to show us something, right? I wanted to show us something. Let's check the stats. Again, we analytical from the perspective of data helps us understand how the market moves. Right? We understand how the market moves. So let's just look at this from 2008 to 2024. Let's look at what the market has done. Right? From 2008, it gave us a minus 38%. Right? That's a whole year. Now watch this. 2009, it gave us 23%. 2010, it gave us 12.78%. 2011, not a bad year, but 0.08%, not even a whole percent. Came back 2012 and gave us 13%. 2013 gave us 26%. 2014, it gave us 11%. 2015, almost 1%. Let's write at 0.75%. 2016, it gave us 9%. 2017, it gave us 19%. 2018, minus 16%. Pandemic, watch this, 2019, 20, and 21. It gave us 28%, 16%, 26%. 2022 is when we started Trappin Tuesday. It gave us minus 19%. We beat the market by 16%. 2022, 23, last year, it gave us 24%. We did 31%. 2024, right now, we're at 20%. We up 45%. So what I'm telling you is between 2008 and 2024, the market has only given you 3 bad years, which means about 70-something% of the time the market does what? Go up. Let me show you something. This is why I use the VOO as my savings account since 2017. So 2017, I got 19% on my bread. 2018, I lost a little money, but what did I do? Kept buying, it's reinvested. 2019, it gave me 28%. 2021, it gave me 26%. 2022, it took 19%, but 2023, it gave me 24%. I'm up again. I'm reinvesting the dividends, and it just keep buying me more. So I'm outperforming anything I would have put inside my savings account, which no matter if the market is up or down, only gives me 3% if it's in a high yield, 0.0 something is in a regular savings account. I hope I'm making sense right now. Right? I hope I'm making sense right now. Let's take a minute and just process the data. Let's take a minute to just process the data. Because the data, your aggression should only come when you understand the data. So we go back, we understand a few things. We understand that we gave the blueprint last week of when we should be buying. We understood which month. If you don't know, go back and look at last week's episode. We talk about September being a bad month. We talk about August, we're supposed to be peeling back, but we know this year, August came a little early. It came the third week of July. But the data also told us what? That the second week of July, the first 2 weeks of the July are the best 2 performing weeks of the year. This is data. This is data. So it tells us that in July, we shouldn't be getting in position. We should be already in position going into June to take advantage of July. And then August, we know we scale it back a little bit. September is the worst month in the market, which is when we should be doing what? Getting in position. So that we can take August, which does really, we can take October, which does pretty good, but November, December does better. January scales back a little bit, but still does good. February did good. March, April, we understand this. And so when we understand how the market typically works, we can take the guessing out of the market and start positioning ourselves for months at a time. Now, somebody say, Trap, should I be positioning myself for March right now? I'm like, you don't even know what these October, November, December going to look like. How you going to position for March way now? If you're trying to position yourself for March right now, you're not taking advantage of what's going on right now. Somebody said September has been pretty good this year, though. We already talked about that. We said, why is September good this year? Well, because we had an early July that really went bad, and we had a whole August that went bad. So if you have July and August that goes really bad, it's kind of hard to think September going to go that bad, too, especially when you have CPI numbers that did well, PPI numbers that did well, retail numbers that did well, and a Fed rate cut that did well by 50%. It's almost impossible for the market to go well when you got so much momentum going forward. So that's about saying, let me look at the data, but also, watch this, there's not one thing. Let me look at the data, but also let me realize what's going on in the moment that can shift the data, which is why we made plays in the beginning of September. Because we said what? Yo, the CPI numbers came out good. The PPI numbers came out good. Retail numbers came out good. Let's get in position in 3 plays before the rate hike, which I felt like they was going to give us 50%. 0.5%. We got the 0.5%. We said it's going to offset quad winching. So far, this is what happened. So the data puts us in position. The data puts us in position. And remember, the market is ran by human beings. And it's human nature to be greedy. Somebody said the election year too. Well, we know that 85% of the time in the election year, the market is positive. Well, we was at 21%. We gave a stat for that already, right? What was the stat for that? On the election year, the market usually gives us about 21%. Well, we got 21% going into July. What was the stat behind that? The stat said that when you get a 18% or better, when you get 18% or better going into the second half of the year, you're going to look for a 9% decline, but the market still will give you like another 8% to close out the year. So we already understood that. So we said, okay, it's July, y'all. We are above 17%, so we should be looking for that 9% pullback at some point in time. When did we get that? Second half of July and August. The data didn't lie to us. The data did what? The data painted the picture that it said it was going to do. So we got the pullback in July. And then we came back with another set of stats that said we usually get this. We usually get this many 3% pullbacks a year. We get this many 3 to 5% pullbacks. We get this many 5 to 10% pullbacks. We get this many 10 to 15% pullbacks. We get this many 20% pullbacks a year. We already laid the data out for us. But it's our job not to just come here to Trappin Tutors and listen. It's our job to take notes so that we can be in position when the market starts doing what it does. Somebody said the election year 2008, the market gave us negative 38%. That's only 3 terms ago. Well, that goes into what? The 85% category. It never said 100%. It said 85% of the time, which means the market doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. So if 85% of the chance you're going to get a double-digit return in the election year, that says you should be aggressive, but there is a 15% chance that the market will go negative. It never said 100%. It never said 100%. The only thing that's 100% in the market is one day you're going to lose some money. That's 100%. You're going to lose some money. That's the only thing that's 100%. It ain't 100% that you're going to make some money. It's 100% you're going to lose some money. It's 100%. So if you know that the market is going to have an 85% chance of having double-digit return inside of an election year, that says I can be more aggressive than normal, but there's still a 15% chance that the market not going to go the way I think it's going to go. But by the time we got into April, May, we was already up double digits. Let's go a little further to it. So then here we go right here. I kind of was ahead of my stats just based on numbers. Here we go. We says, and I wrote this down. This was a stat for y'all, right? Volatility rises about 25% from July to November, right? And here's it go. From July to November, the volatility in the market goes up. So watch this. 25% increase in volatility from July to November of election years. Average monthly volatility from 1990 on the VIX, on the S&P 500 is from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? And then it goes down in December. Why? Because you got an election. So I wrote this down. I did some more research. I did some more data for us. Here's what I found out. I found out that that there's a 59% chance that there's 3 more rate cuts to come in 2024. And then there's a 50% chance, and then Jerome Powell said 50%. But I wrote something else in my notes that I want y'all to see. Hold on. Give me a second. Where is that? Okay, I wrote something in my notes that I want y'all to see. Okay. What is that in my notes? Dang, I hate when I miss. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay. What I wrote in my notes was, damn, why I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Here you go, right here. I wrote it here. Okay, watch this. We are about to see watch this. This was good when I wrote this down. Watch this. The next Fed meeting is the same week of the election. So there's a heavy chance So right here, I know what you're saying. There's no rate cut in October. So watch this. There's a 59% chance of, they don't have, so let me say this right quick. You know that they don't have to have a Fed meeting scheduled to cut rates. I just want to say that to you right quick. Right, to Sean Johnson. Right, they don't have to have a Fed. They can say, yo, here's an emergency meeting. We can cut rates. I just want you to know that. They've done it before. So I just want to put that out there to you. So this is the data. This is stats right here, right? There's a 59% chance of 3 more rate cuts in 2024 to get 0.75% out. But Jerome Powell said that he's looking to cut rates at 0.5%. At 0.5%. Right? So the data says that even though volatility rises 25% from June to November, meaning the market gets volatile in the election year. But there's a 59% chance that there are 3 more cuts to happen in 2024. But to get a 0.75% cut, which will bring the rates down, right? Which will bring the rates down. But Powell said it is likely that they will have a 50% by end of year. So Powell saying one thing, the market saying another thing, based on whatever it is. I know they only have 2 more meetings, but there's always an opportunity to exactly soothe a recession. So if the market feels, we trying to bring this, we trying to make sure we lessen the chance of recession, goes into a soft landing, they can 100% say, we gonna cut rates again. 25, 25, 25. Could happen. So I wrote that down for us. Let's go a little further to it. All right, so here's what we found out. Nvidia, 76% of Nvidia employees are now millionaires. 1 of every 3 has over $20 million. And the reason why is because they own Nvidia shares. It's part of your employee compensation. Imagine being worth $20 million and still going to work every day. That's crazy. That boy is good. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, and I can smell them with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Bro, think about that. Let me see something right quick. Nah, if they work that, they making bread. So watch, this is crazy. According to the last data, Nvidia employs 29,600 total people. Okay, so I need a number right quick, Sean. I think you already know it. What's the number? Tell me the number. How many that is? 76% of 29,500 is what? $29. So 20. Bruh, so check this out. So just listen to this. So hold up. So listen to this. 70, so let's just do the number again. Just do the number again. So 76% of the employees are millionaires. So that means 22,000 people that work at Nvidia are millionaires. Now watch this number. 1 out of every 3 of those has over 20, is worth 20 million or more. Yeah, so that's mean at least 7,000 people walking around with 20 M's or more. That's just somebody said, Trap, where you get your data from? If I told you that, then they wouldn't be on Trappin Tuesday. What are you doing? No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So think about this. 22,000 people that work there are at least millionaires. 7,000 of them worth 20 million or more. I'm going to be real with you. If I'm of the other 23%, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed. Like, bro. Oh, you in a millionaire, dog? Ah, man, you can't sit with us. Dog. And here's the crazy part. I'm going to tell you the crazy part about that. You know why you not going to quit? The reason why you not going to quit is because you got more stock compensation. In your mind, you like, oh, I can be worth 100 million in about 5. Dog, that is crazy. Bro, just imagine you going to work like, nah, dog, like I'm really a multi-millionaire. And you really like on something like, man, I ain't going, your wife probably like, quit. What if your wife like, quit? You like, babe, you tripping. Nah, bro, that's insane. You pulling up to work and you work 15, 20 million, cuz. And you an engineer. And you like, yo, all you keep saying is like, bro, if we do this quarter, like we do this year, I get another 10,000 shares. Yo, you really at work on something. Yo, so now you really at work like, yo, we got to improve. You at work like, dog, like you tripping. Why you coming late today, my dog? No, real talk. Like you mad, like, bro, you know I needed this work from you so I can do what I got to do. If we work together, we can go to, and now you calculating, if the stock hit 150, I done added another 17 million. Or the stock go to 150, you know, if we get this type of thing, I get another 1,000, 2,000 shares. Ah, that's a different type of talk. Bro, 7,000, just imagine you 20 million, 7,000 people walk around there like, yeah. Bro, that company culture insane. That's why they print so many chips and stuff. That's why they designing all this stuff. They're like, yo, we need more. I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man. Yo. They 10 toes down, dog. That's heavy talk right there. All right, Tootie, let's do the Moat Matters, and then we'll go to our Flush It Up, Flip It, dog. Yeah, I got one called Moat Matters. It was real good that we had that I won't go to. And it's important that we see this, right? And so I put this out there. It's called Moat Matters, companies with a wide moat in their ROIC. And so one of the things that we understand is that a company that has a large moat is a company that can fight off competitors. And so if you in Trappers Anonymous, you know we do a thing every Monday called Moat Mondays. And Moat Mondays is centered around us looking at a company, me putting a little breakdown of the company, and then you saying, does this company have a moat or not? And so we're gonna look at a couple companies like Apple, and I want y'all to identify with these companies, right? I want y'all to identify like, why does this company, what is the moat of this company? But also, shout out to my dog, Lieutenant Casey. He's in Trappers Anonymous, and he called himself a moatologist, right? And because he's taking all the, and that's one of the things like I focused on. That's one of the things I focused on in the beginning of my investing career was finding, like I would not, that's why I told y'all something a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, you know, we talked about Warren Buffett is a combination of these many investors, right? And the reason why that was important was because what we're supposed to do is lean not on our own understanding, right? We go find investors that did really well in the game, and we take pieces from what they've done, and then we add what we've learned from them and formulate our own thing, right? So I formulated so much of my own stuff. Even the way we play the options market, it's not nowhere. You can't find that. Yeah, we do, you know, they got people that may talk about leap options. They got people that talk about, but we don't always do leap options, right? That don't start till 10, 11 months. We doing 6-month plays, 7-month plays. I've been in a Patreon. In a Patreon, I think we probably did maybe 3, 4 plays maybe out of 50. That's probably been a year. Like, they not always a year. They be 6 months, 8 months. We don't always do a year, right? But what happens is the formula that we structured in the Options Masterclass is my very own blueprint. So you're not gonna find it on YouTube. You're not gonna find it on, if you go pay somebody this, because it was my formula I created. Now, you might see somebody take the course, and then once they take it, they probably go on YouTube and be like, hey, this is what he's doing. I can't stop that, right? But it's my formula. Anybody who's taken my course, my Options Masterclass, you can say, yo, the number one thing we hear when people take the Options Masterclass is, bro, I've never seen a formula like this. I've never seen it broken down, the infamous Louis bag. I be on live, people like, yo, Track, that's the Louis bag? It's because I looked at other people's stuff and I'm like, yo, they all, and here's the thing, it's nothing wrong with the old formula. So we look at other people's formula and other people's, you know, technical analysis and stuff. What it is they're all really teaching the same thing, but it's one person may be able to teach it better than another, which is what's supposed to happen. So what I did was said, I don't even like that. That's too complicated for me. One, I don't want to be sitting here looking at charts all day. I got other stuff to do with my time. 2, I don't want to be that active. I want to be able to make these plays and then go about my business. And so as I created the formulas, putting them together, it was through trial and error. Oh, okay, let me see this. Let me see that. Oh, that's good. Oh, damn, I lost $120,000. What I did wrong right here? Oh, here's what I didn't pay attention to. And then you run into the idea. Now, people might be saying it now, but I never heard nobody say buying options at discount prices. I've never heard nobody say that. I've never heard nobody say that until me. If they did, I never heard of it before. And I've been on the gram, I've been on YouTube, I ain't never heard nobody say, no, buy these options at a discount price, and here's how we get them. Never heard nobody say that. Now, I'm not sticking my chest out at all. I'm not being prideful at all. What I'm saying is I learned from my own trial and error. It's like, wait, why am I buying this stuff at a, no. If I'm buying it like this, the option gonna go against me. Because I bought it at this high. I did this. No. This is, let me do this. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? And I had surfed the internet for a long time. Prior to 2022, when I first did it, I had never heard anybody say nothing about that. Now, after that, I done heard a couple people mention it, which is okay. But the problem with that is I'm okay with learning, getting information, and then saying, that don't make sense to me. So, one of the cheat codes for finding one of the cheat codes to understanding that a company does has a large moat is the company's ROIC. One of the things myself, Lieutenant Casey, by people in Trappers Anonymous, if a company has a moat, it will show up in the balance sheet. Humility, my love, humility. One of the ways that we find out that a company actually has a moat is because if a company has a great moat, it'll show up in the balance sheet. Now, it may not always show up in the stock price because stocks range, right? But it'll show up in the balance sheet. A company with a great moat, it will show up in the balance sheet. And one of the ways that we know a company have a moat in the balance sheet is a company's ability to return money off invested capital. A company with a high ROIC, I'm giving y'all that, right? A company with a high ROIC is a sign or indicator that a company has a moat. And so we're looking at a company like Apple, Google, Visa, ASML, Microsoft, and then we can go on to a lot of more companies, right? This is one way that we know a company has a moat. Now, when you look at a company like Apple, Apple is not in growth phase anymore. It's mature. It's two different things. Growth and maturity are two different things. Also, before we go any further, I want to say this right quick. I was on my Instagram the other day, Jose, and a lot of people was like, yeah, Trap, look at Nike now. And I said, they did exactly what we said they were supposed to do. They changed the CEO. So yes, when we say Nike is a dinosaur company, it's not saying that the company itself, it's saying the management of the company is sticking to old rules and old politics, and they not evolving. Think about this. Amazon is a dinosaur company, if that's the case, right? But Walmart is a dinosaur company, if that's the case, but what happens? They keep evolving. That's what I be forgetting sometimes that you gotta speak, like you gotta say, Johnny had 5 apples. Like you gotta say that sometime. And I be forgetting that you gotta say that sometime. Like Johnny had 5 apples. How many apples? I forgot you gotta do that sometime. Right? Because a lot of companies are old. But being a dinosaur is not saying that the company is old. It's saying that the rules that the company are operating by have not evolved. And because of that, the stock is dying. I doubled right back and said, Starbucks, bro, Starbucks is not it's Starbucks. But I said, these are premium brands. And there's no way that a company like Starbucks, when you think of coffee, you don't think about Dunkin' Donut. You think about, you don't even think about Folgers, Wine-Valdez. Don't worry about that. You don't think about that. When you think coffee, you think Starbucks. So a company that has a luxury name like that should not be performing the way it's been performing. A company like Disney, premium brand. premium brand, should not be losing $1 billion a day. They charge us $15 for a bag of popcorn. It's $1 million to get in there. If you're still in a resort, oh my God. Nike, premium brand. You think about athletic shoes, it's a premium brand. So you should not have a company like Deckers and Crocs outperforming you. One, they can't market like you. Two, they don't have access to the athletes and the people you have access to. So that tells us that the Walmart shows a prime example. It's not the product, it's the management. And so what did they go do? Starbucks, what did they do? Change CEO. They went and got the best CEO in the restaurant game. Nike, what did they do? Hey, you got to go, dog. You got to go, dog. Because for your tenure, the 5 years you've been here, this stock price has been horrible. And as a company, I don't care what they tell you, I want you to understand something. As I'm about to tell y'all something right quick. This is important. As a publicly traded company, I want you to understand stock price is the most important metric. I don't care what they tell you. Because when you look at that annual report, when you look at that forward statement, when you look at that proxy statement, in the beginning of that thing, one of the things they're going to tell you is, this is what we do for our shareholders. This is how much money we've returned to our shareholders. They don't start that report off talking about something, well, this is what we did for our customers. No. They say the stock price has done this. We've did this much in buybacks. We've returned this much money to shareholders in the form of buybacks and dividends. On TV, they talk about the customer. In the boardroom, it's the shareholder first, and then what do we have? As a byproduct of pleasing the shareholders, the customer experience has to be, which means our products and services. You will not ever hear this on TV. You will never see this when the CEOs are talking, because this is investor talk. And when a CEO goes, if a CEO step down or if a CEO get fired, it's because the board of directors has said this share price is, in the last 5 years, this is what the share price has done. You are being judged by how the stock performs. As a byproduct, the stock performs because the company has consistently added value to the marketplace and the consumer is happy. Which is why you get what's called hostile takeovers or activist investors. You get activist investors because they feel like, hey, this is a premium brand. It should not be performing like this. So if you go back to watching Billions, when Axelrod say, yo, this company is too good. You know why the company ain't performing the way it's supposed to be performing? Y'all taking out sugar. You taking out this. You trying to substitute this. You trying to substitute this. I used to buy this thing when I was 5 years old. This thing, da. So he got a board on it. He tried to get a seat on the board so he could do what? Get the owner's son off. They watering the brand down because this brand ain't what it is. That's how this game is played. Never once in the boardrooms is it about the consumer. If you go watch Recession, you see the same thing. It's about the stock. Because why? Why? Because the stock market is the #1 way to multiply your wealth drastically in short periods of time. Ask the people from Nvidia. How else was they gonna be making? How else they gonna be worth $20 million? All right. Let's go to our flush it or flip it.
Real quick, before we do flush it or flip it, it just came in. It's going to give some hope to somebody from our portfolio mastery group. I ain't even going to say his name. He said, just a note of transparency. I hit $1 million today. Still down 300,000 from our August 5th drop. I feel I'm in some excellent plays along great long-term positions, being patient with the market, always with a long-term view in mind, never panic. When you know you're holding an excellent position, let it play out if you have time on your side. Hit $1 million a day.
Hit $1 million a day.
I ain't gonna say his name. Salute. You probably listening.
Salute. Your mic was on?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Hit $1 million today.
$1 million today. And still down 300 from August 5th, but hit $1 million today. Trapper. Just like
so he was at
everybody
1.3 million.
Mm-hmm. Now we could go to flush and flip it.
Damn.
That look, that came across my desk. I was like, ooh.
Damn.
I sent you the screenshot too.
They sent a screen. Let me see. I know who that was. Oh, hold up. I don't know this one. No, that's somebody new. That ain't the OG. Where you get that young picture from? Where you get that young picture from? Man, that's good, man. Dang, that's good.
Now we can flush or flip it.
Damn, bro. So you know what? I don't want to say proud. I can say proud. There's a sense of fulfillment when you know that you have helped somebody touch $1 million. Somebody said he killing me with the baking soda. You cooking stocks, baby. There's a sense of proudness when, right? So he's down 300,000, but he hit the million. So I remember he started with 300,000. Just like Jeremiah. Jeremiah started with 24,000. He hit $250,000. I'm just like, dog. Like that feels so good, bro. Because we didn't start the mission saying, I'm gonna make people millionaires or nothing. We started the mission saying, I just wanna help people get freedom. And freedom looks different to everybody, bro. So salute to the OG for that. Let's go, man. Let's get into our flush it or flip it bag. Let's go. All right, man. So let's get it, man. Y'all know how we do it on flush it or flip it. We look at stocks from a short-term perspective. We put the bread in and we try to see what we gonna do with it, right? So our first one on the list is Waters, ticker symbol WAT, right? The company engaged in the provision of workflow solutions involving liquid chromatology, mass something, and thermal analysis. It operates through the Waters and T8 instrument segments. The Waters segment consists of liquid, instruments, mass spectrum, and precision chemistry, consumable products, and service. Jose, year to date is up 4%. 1 year is up 28%. How do you feel, Jose? Flush it or flip it?
Right now, People's Champ, 69%, 70%. We are flipping it.
I'm not mad at it.
Wait, it clap after you say that.
All right. So next on the list is, let me see something right quick. Let me do something right quick, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
If you in the chat and you're in the Patreon, if you've made 4 figures, put 1 fire in the chat. If you made 4 figures, put 1 fire in the chat. Put 1 fire in the chat. Let me see that right quick. If you're in a Patreon, if you made 4 figures, put 1 fire in the chat. Just 1. If you're in a Patreon and you made 5 figures, put 2 fires in the chat. Right? If you're in a Patreon and you've made 6 figures, put 3 fires in the chat. Okay? If you're in a Patreon, well, I stopped at 6? 6 figures we did how many? 3 fires in the chat. If you're in a Patreon, you made 7 figures, put 3 fires in the chat. No, don't put 4, because people I don't want nobody hitting you up. So if you made 6 or 7 figures, put 3 fires in the chat. So let's see. Wealth Building Barber, 2 figures, let's go. Jada Woods, let's go. Richard Parker, let's go. Jason Macklin, let's go. I Am Abundant, let's go. Eric, let's go. Oh, y'all going too fast now. Double R, let's go. That's too fast, I can't see. Tamara, let's go. I'm lost, I can't see no more. Tasha, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Jose put the thing up. Let's go. Get on a vote, y'all, so we just want people to see what it's like to be a part of the Patreon community, man. We want people to see what it's like to be a part of the Patreon community, right? We see y'all. Lisa, we see you. Tamara, we see you. Kevin, we see you. West Fury, we see you. Tori Walker, we see you. T-Mac, K-On Party, Tamara, Sean, Delroy, Maya Holmes, Frank, Blank, Charla. Let's go. Let's go. Sid. Okay. Look at my mama. Mom, get out of there. Shoot. My mama called me today talking about something. Say, son. I said, what, man? What's up? I'm about to pay my property tax. And I'm about to put $500 in the market. It's gonna make me a millionaire. I said, man, chill. I said, man, chill. The only person I know all year you paying property tax, man. How you paying property tax all year? I pay you every week. Every year I'm saving for my property. Man, I pay you every week. In 1 month you got the property. What are we talking about? 2 weeks. First is the property tax, and then it's something else. It's some other. I'm like, man, you pay more taxes than me. What the? Man. Yeah. Yeah, I got these taxes, right? What taxes? What taxes you got, man? What? I got a house over. Of course you do, man. I paid for that. The house is paid for. What you talking about? I got a roof over my head. I paid for the house 2 years ago. I paid for the house 2 years ago. The house is paid off, man. What are you talking about? At least I got a roof over my head. I'm like, man, when did you not have the roof over your head? I'm just trying to figure it out. What is we talking about here? My mom is something else, bro. I love that woman, but she is something else, bro. My mom is the most dramatic person, bro. When I say everything is life or death, when I say everything is life or death, everything is a catastrophic emergency. Ma, what's going on? Ma, the people said that I need brakes, and I just don't mind. It's brakes. It's just go to the place, and you just get the brakes done. That's all we got to do here. What are we talking about? All right, I stop. Okay, I stop. I'm going to stop. She's just dramatic, bro. And I love her to death, but when I say it, she is a walking category 5. I say my mama is a walking category 5, bro. My God, bro. I'm talking a walking category. There's no tropical storm. There's no category 1. It's category 4 and evolving. Every time. It's evolving. If she called me twice about it, it's 5. It's 5. It's a category 5. If she called me twice about it, the first time is out the gate category 4. It's 100 mile an hour winds out the gate. Right? One time, like, if the first call is category, like, man, what a tropical storm. Like, where? No. It's category 4. The next. For that, I gotta listen. My mama called me. Look, my mama called me the other day. Look, she out her sleep. Out her sleep. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me well. No, I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. Listen, my mama called me out her sleep, fam. Out her sleep. Look what she said. Son, what you doing? I say, I'm in the theater, Mom, watching the stock market. You need to get on a jet right now and go to New Orleans and get Lily because they got a hurricane coming. I said, so you want me to fly in the hurricane? I can't avoid it. You want me to get on a jet? You need to go get my grandchild now. That's what you need to do. You sit in the theater. You need to go get her because it's a hurricane. I said, Mom, she all right. I just was talking to her on the phone. We was on FaceTime. It's just some wind. But that ain't what the news saying. I say, Mom, it's the news. It's the news. Well, you sure? Cause I say, how you gonna go down there? You coming from Tennessee, what you gonna do, man? Just explain it to me. It's an 8-hour drive. So you gonna drive through the hurricane. That's what you telling me. Well, I'm just worried. I got out my sleep. Go back to sleep, man. Get some rest. It's okay. Bro. I get it. But she wanted me to hop on a jet. Is what she wanted me to do. Her exact words were hop on a jet. So that's her exact words. Get on a jet and go get my, not your daughter, my grandchild. Yeah. Get on a jet and go get my grandchild because she need to be in Atlanta by you with that storm. I say, Mom, it's okay. But I'm going to go down there. Oh, so I got to give you gas money now. So now you're going to drive. Okay. Everything is category 5, cuz. Everything is category 5, cuz. I love you, Mom. I'm taking her to Sarah Jake's this weekend. Taking her to Sarah Jake's, man. I'm taking her to Sarah Jake's. She needs some spiritual healing. Yeah, I got her with me, man. I got my dog, man. I'm taking her to Sarah Jake's, man. She need to hear that. She need a word. She need a word. She need a word. We all need a word. We all need a word. Somebody said, that's all right. That's enough. That's my dog. Listen, she don't play. She ain't call her my daughter either. She said, my grandchild. You need to hop on a jet and go get my grandchild. Oh, okay, bad. I feel that. But you want me, I'm your child. You want me in the storm. I don't mad at all. Nobody. I'm not doing that with you. I'm not getting a phone call behind that. Yeah? Now, why are you playing with me like that on all them people? Them people don't know me like that. Them people. Now you got me. She had a time of her life when she was on tour. The people call her Mama Trap. She had the time of her life. The whole thing, the tag said, no. Let me tell you something. No. I forgot to tell you this part. Son, what's up? You know my birthday coming up. I said, for sure, I need a Mama Trap chain. Nah. I said, huh? No, let me show you what it looked like. So she's sending me pictures. She said, what it look, you gotta say Mama Trap. I said, that's how you living? That's how your life is? That's your life, right? That's your life. You You want a death row chain. That's like, you representing for the team. I don't even have a Wall Street Trapper chain. I don't have a nothing. You want a Momma trap chain. Okay. I'm talking about she done sent me the pictures, the medallion. Like, I'm like, this is from the 90s. This what this is. Yeah, she was out of top. Momma trap chain is what she want. Man, listen, that's what I'm about to say. I'm not playing with your cousin. I'm not playing with your cousin, cuz she not about to do that to me. All right, let's get into it, man. That is good. Listen, my mama OG though, dog. She been through it, man. My dog been shot 6 times, bro. Still walking, you feel me? Still walking. I don't know if it's smooth, but she got it. Yeah. Smooth as smooth pushing it. Let's go, man. All right, so next on the list is Avatar. All right, Jose, it provides mission-critical products and services for customers in a biopharma, healthcare, education, and government, and advanced technologies and applied materials. It sells materials, equipment, instrumentation, and offers specialty procurement. Year to date, Jose is up 17%. 1 year is up 26%. Are we flushing it or flipping? That one is. I like it. I like it. All right, next on the list is Exact Science, Jose. It is a cancer screening and diagnostic company. The firm focuses on early detection and prevention of some forms of cancer. It offers a non-invasive screen testing called Color Guard for the early detection of colorectal cancer and pre-cancer. It's down 6% year to date, Jose, and it's down up 3% in 1 year. Yep. All right, next on the list, Jose, is TJ Maxx. Y'all know what TJ Maxx is. Up 26% year to date, Jose. I like TJ Maxx. That's one of my people. Next on the list is DoorDash. Y'all know what that is. Year to date is up 47%. 1 year is up 90%. Year to date. I've been tweaking to get in a DoorDash play. I just could never find the right price to get in that. DoorDash, we getting money. All right, next on the list is Ford. Y'all know what Ford is. We flushing it up, flip it, Jose. Year to date, Jose. Yep, year to date, it is down 9%. 1 year is up, down 12%. All right, so, Yum Brands, that's the brand that owns Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC. Year to date is up 3%. 1 year up 7%, Jose. All right. Own it, buy and hold. I stopped buying it at $68. That was the last time I bought it. I said the last time I bought it at $68. I bought it at $68. All right. PayPal, year to date up 27%, man. At $78. I like them. All right. Last but not least, this one I told us about some months ago, VRT. Is a holding company which engages in the design and manufacture of service of critical digital infrastructure and powers tools, deploys, secure, and maintains electronics that process and store data. Year to date, Jose, watch this one, up 103%. 1 year, up 165%. VRT, I told us about that a while back. I told us about that a while back. In 5 years, it was up 800%. I told about that like mid-year. I talked about that one. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Episode what? My uncle won't text me, say, leave my sister alone. My uncle texted me. He said, leave my sister alone. The next text said, but you ain't lying. Listen, I'll tell you. Uncle said, you ain't lying. But leave her alone. Leave her alone. But you ain't lying. The truth is the truth. She ain't the devil. But leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. All right, let's get into it, man. How we go? Let's go, man. Let's rock. Rock out. Rock out.
Hey, what it do, Trappin or Trappers?
Turn it up, turn it up.
My question for you today, Trappers. I know the Meta Pop-Up play is finally out the green. You've been doing so good. Currently, right now, I'm up 20% for it. And I know you told us that it's not 100% environment. We should get our gains at 20 to 30%, if I'm not mistaken. But Meta has been dropping great news the past couple of days. And I know November and December are typically good months for us. With that being said, should I take my 20% and just sit in the sidelines? Or should I go with 30 to 50% and try to get my gains there? Thank you.
Was good. So I would say you up 28%. As you can tell, I'm still in it. That's my guy, Malik. I'm still in it. I'm glad Malik changed the background a little because I say, dog, you calling up from jail. You feel me? Yeah, he did too many. I said, you called me from jail, bro? You a security guard or something, dog? Like, he's like, nah, man. Malik, I will say, nah, man. Yeah, that's it. Nah, man. But he be like, nah, man, you tripping, man. I would say just be mindful of it. Let's watch it. We are in that 20 to 50% idea. I would say if you have more than one, let's take a little bit. Right? If you got more than one, let's take a little bit because you're up 28%. I would say give it to about 35, 40%, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still in mine. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's a lot of good stuff been coming out. So I'm being mindful because you know we get out of it in December. December is our execution of that. And what we don't want to do is go too deep in the hole. You know, we don't want to do nothing crazy with December around the corner. So I would be mindful of that. If you got more than one, I don't mind you taking a little bit of that off the table. If you're not going to take it off the table, let's just be mindful and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Set a number where if it go below this, I'm just getting out of it and I'm cool with it. We don't, you know, we're adjusting, but we don't have that much time to shake back if it falls. Because you know, once it falls, it takes us a long time to get back. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have the time on our side. We are now entering that theta phase. And that means that's when everything goes against us. Once we get to October, we in that 60-day range, November, December. So, you know, once we get into there, you know, we into that range where data now plays a pivotal part on us shaking back. So you're up 28%. You know, let's just be mindful of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say get out of it, you know, because you stayed in it with me. I'm still in it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm up 20-something%. And I'm just watching it. You know what I'm saying? I watch Meta every day to see what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that one play, just what is it doing? You know what I'm saying? So let's just pay attention. You feel me? All right, let's go a little further.
What's up, Trap? It was a beautiful episode last week of God and Money, and I thank you for doing it. We've been doing a thing called Fun Finance Friday with our dad every week, and we have a question regarding that.
How do you compare two companies to find a better value if they're in different sectors or industries?
You can't escape it, Trap.
It's everywhere now. Thanks, Trap.
No. Y'all illin'. So, first of all, great question. You cannot compare apples to oranges. You can only compare companies that are in the same category or industry. They can be in the same sector for sure, but same industry for sure, because the metrics that move them are different. So you won't be able to do that, and I can't I can't, I don't want to say, I don't want to lead you wrong on that. First of all, great question. Salute to the family, because y'all definitely done asked a couple questions a couple times. I love the fact when y'all come on, because y'all definitely tapped in. That always makes me smile when I hear y'all, man. So definitely, I love it. But you cannot compare companies that are in different industries and sectors. So you only compare companies that are in the same sector. Now, what you can do is, let's say you done compare the companies in one sector, the companies in another. Let's say you done compare two companies in the same sector. And you did that to come up with the 5 stocks you like. And let's say all 5 stocks are in different sectors. Now the comparison would be, out of all 5 stocks, like which one do you think has the best numbers to get into? Like I'm saying, like you saying, okay, I got these 5 companies. I've compared them to companies that are in the same industry and sector with them. And now, if I break it down, these are the 5 stocks I like the best, right? And now you can't compare those 5 companies against each other. What you can say now is, based on the numbers on this one, this one, this one, and this one, here's the one I like from greatest to least, and here's why, and you go with the one that you have the most conviction behind. All right, so I hope that helps you out on that one. Great job, parents. Great job on that. All right, let's go, man.
Hey, Tribe, this Sharnice. My question that I had was, I'm about to retire in 2 years, and I wanted to know some good retirement investments. Any information that you provide will be greatly appreciated. Thanks.
Dang, you sure look young to be retiring in 2 years. Damn, you look young to be retiring in 2 years. Dang, that's good, man. I ain't racist or nothing, but black don't crack. Golly. I think that's kind of I don't want to give you a cookie cutter answer. You know what I'm saying? So what are some great investments? Of course, we're in the stock market. I think at retirement age, the question now is to ask ourselves how aggressive you want to be and what are the goals you're trying to attain. And that would be how we play the game. So if you're trying to say, okay, I want to create another stream of income while I'm investing, I think the goal would be to say, okay, how do I learn how to play the options game? You know what I'm saying? Or you just want to make sure you have some investments in play. You say, okay, well, what does my buy and hold look like, and how do I keep building that? What I will say is, for the next 2 years, what I will be doing is I will be aggressively building my personal portfolio. Like, for the next 2 years, I would be like saying, yo, this is what I want to do, for myself, outside of what you may be getting from your job. What is that 401k, or what is that annuity? Like, what does that look like? Cool. I think for the next 2 years, my goal would just be like, I'm aggressively learning how to play this game. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can put yourself in position. Think about it. Like, my guy retired, he started us with $300,000, and in a year he went from $300,000 to $1.3 million. Right now, of course, he's back at $1 million, but he's gotten that all back. He's $300,000 away, so that means he's playing the game a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So that's possible, but it depends on, like, what's your aggression, what's your risk tolerance, what's your goal financially, where do you want to be at? The market is 100% the vehicle that can take us where we want to go at, but it also determines how fast or what's the speed we're willing to go at to get that, and how much risk or not risk we're willing to take. For me, it's so much not about the risk, it's so much about how do I make sure I'm making calculated decisions, right? Like, somebody hit me one day and was like, yo, Trap, I'm such and such age, how do I become a millionaire by this? And I was like, that shouldn't be your goal. The goal shouldn't be how do you become a millionaire. The goal should be, how do I get great at the game? Because if you get great at the game, the byproduct of being great at the game is a millionaire. That's just a simple fact, right? The byproduct of being great at anything is championships, success. You know what I'm saying? The thing about this market, the market is it's a one-on-one sport. You know what I'm saying? The thing is you put enough work in being a tennis player, you're going to win championships. You put enough work to play golf, you're gonna win titles. It's a one-on-one, it's not even a team sport, it's a one-on-one game. And so retirement is a number, and you ask yourself, what do I want to do in the next 2 years? You know, not a dollar amount. How do I get great at the game where I can see what's going on? And one thing you got going for you, you're in a Patreon. That's amazing. You're in the top tier. I can guarantee you rock with us for 2 years, you're gonna murder your whatever your goal was to retire with from your job. I can promise you're gonna dominate that just from what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So my goal would be, how do I get in some of the plays that Trap is in? And that's the money I just keep feeding and building my portfolio with. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my goal, man. Let's go, man. Somebody said 9 months, 500K for sure.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. This is my first witching experience. So what I thought was going to happen versus what is happening is not lining up at all. So I funded my account, researched who I was going to jump into according to the formula. I was going to jump in to get my first contracts and such, but I just don't see the value that I thought was going to be there. I don't see it. So will you please tell me, like, set me straight and tell me what I'm supposed to be expecting when a witching event comes up? I don't know. If you could school me on that, I would greatly appreciate it, and just help me adjust my expectations so when quad witching comes, I'm not disappointed. I appreciate anything that you can give me. We all appreciate everything that you tell us and everything that you give us. We appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Big old hug, huh? I know she got some tea up in there. I know she got some tea over there, yeah. Them dreadlocks, them dreads are sitting beautiful. That skin look nice and flush. That flow is just, come on, queen, give us that old warm hug. You know what I'm saying? That hug was so warm. Ooh, felt like a Christmas hug, holiday hug. Come here, boy. I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing? It's one of them hugs. What I will say is, Queen, you're definitely on track. So, dang, you must have missed the call we had. So, and it was what we talked about earlier. So, you are actually looking for the right thing, right? Based on the course, you are looking for the right thing. But remember, they had some events that happened that was different, which was we had rate. Remember, typically, there's a $5 trillion reset. There's a $5 trillion reset during this winter period. But here's what happened. We had CPI data the week before that was good. We had payroll data that was pretty good. So what that did was it set the market up on a good axis to go into the quad winching week. Then after that, we got a good retail number. That was pretty decent, which means the pivotal data that the market needed was good. And then right after that, we got a 0.5% rate hike. So we had 4 events that happened that gave the market positivity. So after that rate hike, you had the winching period. But because the data came out so good and the market had been looking for that relief, the relief and the optimism in the market disregarded what was supposed to happen during the winching period. Now, people that are in the group, they know we went through the winching period where we're like, yep, we got them. We got them. So normally you looking for the market, just like we said in the course, there's a time period, a certain amount of days that we look at the market to give us that what? that pullback. And in those days, we have our stocks on our list that we looking at, and the stocks that's on our list that we looking at, we execute. But what I did was, and this is what I was telling people in the Patreon, what I did was we got ahead of it by a week. We got ahead, not even a week, maybe like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Right? We've been looking at it, like, that's the thing. Like, if you in the Patreon, we look at it for like 3 or 4 days. We're like, hey, y'all, we getting in a little early because here's what I see and here's what I'm doing, which is why we put those three days in. Now, here's the thing. You still have, that's a lagging indicator. So that doesn't always happen at one time, which is why we find that's why I gave us the days that I've averaged based on looking at it, that time period. So we're only 3 days into that time period, right? So you still have a few more days in which I feel like it takes effect, right? And so you're not all the way out of it. So probably like by the early, whatever the period is we talked in there, I don't want to say nothing on here, right? I'm going to keep it to what we got. But you have a time period at which that happens. I will say that the market has been fairly optimistic over the last couple of days based on the news that's been out. And so that's why we didn't get that pullback we thought we would see. But you are definitely looking at the right thing. You're looking at the right thing. But we just had a kind of like a special event that happened where you had those 3 things and a rate cut in play right before the winch. And so normally you don't have all those things in the cut in play. You may have 1 or 2 of those events and then you have the winch. And so you kind of be like, okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So we had that. And so that's kind of what happened. But you're definitely in the right. You're definitely in the right. You're looking for the right thing, Queen. You're looking for the right thing, which is why I said in the group, especially in the chat form, I was like, one of the things that can be good and bad about the Patreon is a lot of times they always look for, I'm going to wait till it pull back a little more, Trap. And it don't always happen. It's kind of like a 60-40. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a 60-40 situation. And, like the Wingstop play, it just straight up went, you know what I'm saying? I think the aint play came down a little bit, not much, maybe like $2. You know what I'm saying? So all of them don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And so you do it at your discretion. Sometimes you'll benefit from it. I think for me, like once I find my strike, I go with it. You know what I'm saying? And they pull back sometime, but I don't always wait on that. And I think sometimes that'll be the thing with the Trap in the Patreon. You got to decide, do you want to wait a little bit, or shout out to the Queen for the super chat. You ask yourself, do I want to wait a little bit, or am I going to just strike when Trap strike? You know what I'm saying? That's a decision you make. But sometime when you strike when I strike, when you wait after I strike, you miss out on the play. And like I said, it's like a 60-40. So you got to kind of make that decision. And the one thing I don't like is if you don't strike when I strike and it runs up, I don't want you trying to chase it. Just sit back and be like, all right, I ain't get that one. I'm going to jump on the next one. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Look, Maya said, yep, them birds flew. At Wingstop, that thing went crazy. That thing went crazy. I know they was like, Wingstop, man, what the hell Trap doing with that? Wingstop, that nigga tripping. Wait a minute. So, that's a great question, Queen. That's a great question, Queen. Thank you. I love it. What we got, Jose? Oh, man. So tonight we did 3 hours and 24 minutes. I'm not even going to keep y'all long tonight, man. I'm not even going to hold it too long tonight, man. So we cut the music. Cut the music. We all right. We all right. Man, look, man, we had a good night tonight, man. Tonight, I hope we moved the needle in some people's life. Tonight, I hope that that you understand that this game is bigger than you. But also, man, just give God the glory, man. You know what I'm saying? He put us in position to build wealth. He is the source on why we can build wealth. Definitely he the source why we can build wealth. And I thank y'all for just rocking with me. I thank y'all for allowing me to continuously be myself. I thank y'all for allowing me to continuously evolve. But most importantly, I thank y'all for evolving with me, for myself and with everybody at the show, man. We just say we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Same time, same place next week. I'm tripping. I done canceled 12 episodes, you hear me? I think tonight was enough for everybody, you hear me? I need a hyperbaric chamber, you hear me? My spirit is full. But listen, man, let's make sure, y'all, we go to Apple and Google and Spotify. Let's download. Y'all, you know, I want to make this at least a top 5 show by next year. It's going to take us some time, but let's do it. Let's get it. Jose, you got to start sending me the links like I asked you so we can start promoting in my stories too, you feel me? Also, get your merch. Get y'all merch. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all merch for sure. Go download my dog Tobe's album. Go get that vinyl. I'm definitely getting one. I'm gonna hang it on one of these walls somewhere. For sure, that's gonna be key. That's gonna be clutch. What am I missing, Jose? What am I missing? Oh, make sure you go to the Wallstreet Trapper YouTube page. And make sure y'all go to this page. Man, make sure y'all get our likes up on these pages. Get the comments on these pages. Share as many of the downloads as you can. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next week, man. I'm out.